itself. Just make sure that goes through, and then we'll start recording.
That was weird.
Something wrong, Keith?
Let me test something real quick. Okay, I think we're good.
This is one of the closest times we've ever started to 6 p.m. in a long time. Big fan of that.
Yeah, it hasn't even been a half
Yep.
an hour yet.
Yeah.
I usually am like done with an entire Netflix show by now.
Ouch. Alrighty.
We probably won't edge into a quiet hours. Anyway, 3, 2, 1. So
Yeah,
3,
go for it.
2, 1, start. Good.
Yeah, everything looks good on my end. Why is the
Okay.
turn order up? Were we fighting something?
No,
Oh,
that's just from previously.
oh okay.
I don't know. No,
I thought the
you
turn
guys.
order is usually up.
Yeah, you guys had just from what I remember, you guys had just talked to some ghosts, finished talking to ghosts, and then
Yep.
had gone back out into the hallway for some reason.
I'll turn off my light right now, just because I don't like it.
Yeah, it is a little
Yeah.
visually
The
funky.
entire screen being covered in 2 circles.
I wish.
Yep.
Yeah.
What if I did like a light gray? How about that? Is that a
Oh,
little
that's
bit better
good
for the
yeah, for mine.
Yeah, because Shell's
My aura.
light radius thing isn't that necessary.
Wait,
but the
I have a
Paladin
halo
Aura-
around my head now.
Well, you just reduce the size of it.
I reduced it to 0 though.
Well, 0 is 1.
Then I'll reduce it to like nothing.
That
There,
will-
there
oh,
we go. Now it's
what?
gone.
What? No.
Wait, now it's back.
Oh, that was my fault.
Ah,
There you go.
there we go.
Wow. That was, they did some programming. Yes,
Yeah.
they did. Alright. On last time of Dungeons Dragons, Grave of Man, we walked around secret tunnel. We found, we left secret tunnel, and, we came up here, and we talked to dead people. And myself. That part was weird.
I could see you.
Yes. I looked like Charles D'Artagnan, which is apparently small anime girl, which I did not know
Small.
about.
She looked anything but. Excuse me.
Charles D'Artagnan anime. Oh. Yeah.
Charles D'Artagnan.
I guess I have no waifu. What do you know? Alrighty. So we, Lady Bird is currently giggling. Alrighty, so, it was cool, but very lore, so there's not much to recap. Just watch the damn thing if you want to.
We also got a password from Boris.
Yes, we got the password from Boris. Just because we're both Russian doesn't mean I know Boris. Don't make assumptions, that's rude. And now we're out here, so we're going to look around here. Oh yeah, also Skitter got really sad, and we made Skitter feel better about himself. That
I
was
was
important,
there.
right? Anyway, excuse me, Skitter. I want to go open this door.
At this point, you were probably large enough you can just literally step over him.
Well, that's not good.
That's not nice. I'm
He was-
trying to
he
be
was
nice
trying
at
You'll
the
to-
feel
Skitter.
even
Well,
better
no,
then.
D&D rules are
was
small
showing
characters actually do
courtesy.
not block passage. You can always move through their tiles, regardless of what size you are, which is really weird.
I consider
Now,
it
can I-
But it makes
formality.
perfect sense. Also true.
Can I have a good look at these guys?
Okay.
What's inside their heads?
Are you like poking your fingers in there?
I'm not poking them in, I'm just looking. at
Okay,
them.
it's pretty dim. I mean, they look like statues.
I put the mask on.
Okay, they look like statues.
I
Suddenly
take
everyone
the
cares
mask
who you
off.
are.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Well, no, it's so that I can
Hello,
see
Lauren.
there's
Anyway,
spectral about them. Well,
I
I'm not
admire
afraid to
handiwork
put my
on
fingers in
statues.
them.
Do they look like they're good statues? Made by expert
I mean,
craftsmen?
they're suits of armor with
Oh.
probably like some kind of internal like skeleton holding them together. I'm not actually sure how suits of armor are held together when they're like on display.
That's a really good
Yeah.
question.
Like you'd think they'd normally fall apart. I need to look that up someday.
My
Anyway.
assumption is that they use leather straps and or bolts of
Yeah.
something or other.
So
Alright,
until
I
you
guess
take one
I-
of these things apart, you don't really know how they're held together, but it doesn't look like there's like people in there waiting for you.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna
Okay.
jiggle Jimmy this door handle.
Okay, it is unlocked. However, there's not a whole lot of give.
Oh.
Huh.
As in, does door push inwards or outwards?
Yeah, so the door pushes inwards for about half an inch, and then kind of
Thuds.
sort of. There's like
Crunches?
a rustling sound on the other side, and it doesn't move.
My assumption is that it's pushing up against something. I push the door into whatever's blocking it and start tapping on door.
Does
Okay.
it, is it like
Listen to
humanoid
sound.
activity rustling sounds or like something sliding
Moving.
slightly?
Creature.
Oh.
Yeah, stuff sliding.
Oh, stuff sliding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not a scuttling or a living.
Anyway,
Oh.
I check for hollowness sound by tapping against door.
Nope. Well, I don't know. It sounds like a door.
Okay. We may need to choose different path to get into this area. Perhaps we go through the other door.
Well, is the crack large enough for, say, Dress to fit through if he was in a different form?
Yeah, no. Snake Dress could totally get in there. Probably.
I am going to run out of abilities to do this. This
It's
is a
okay, we
genuine
can
threat.
take long rest
Have we
at
tried
some
the other
point.
doors already?
We haven't tried the one at the end of the hall.
We should try literally every other door first.
I kind of agree with the plan. Because Snake
okay.
Therese is only useful
might-
for the one
They
thing.
might go to the same room.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So, Bird, you're gonna try that door?
Excuse me, yes.
Yeah, technically it's down one tile. I messed up when I made this section, because that door should not be so close to the corner. Yeah. So here, I'll put a rectangle in, just so it's a bit more obvious. That's where the no, I'll move it up by one.
Actually, in between would be better.
Yeah, it's here.
There we go.
There we
That's
go.
good.
I am out of sorts. But anyway, so you try the door, and unlike the other one which had some give, this one has no give.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'll-
and you can see like a
Is
A
it painted
fair
on
layer
like
of-
Wile E. Coyote?
no. There's a fair layer of like dust and like small bits of rock and masonry that had kind of like shot out from underneath the door jamb.
Ew,
Oh, did,
like a
did something cave in?
Yeah,
hmm
like a. I can't do it. Whatever.
You gotta have more behind it. There you go.
You
did
guys
good.
love that sound effect, don't you? You keep
He
doing it
does.
every episode.
His butt powder sound effect is one of his favorites.
I have two sound effects that I will never get tired of.
Butt
And-
sprinkles.
Like, that's my imitation of kickball. Just poo. Alright.
Yeah.
Collision with face sound.
Okay, so Bird, the moment you step where you currently are, I guess Dimitri, the moment you step where you currently
Uh-oh.
are, there is a loud click,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
and you need to make a reflex save.
Is there gonna
Oh,
be like
no
an axe
problem.
falling from the ceiling? Something
I have
weird?
dexterity of
Okay.
champion. That also has plus
You-
3 behind it.
You step back, and between the statues,
Mhm.
you couldn't see them. Well, not exactly between the statues, but their chest plates kind of pop open, not quite chest burster style,
Whoa.
and just arrows start firing out crosswise,
Ah!
and you manage to avoid that. And hilariously, they now look to have shot each other,
Well,
but they don't seem
that's
to have reacted.
overcomplicated.
Alright, I guess we'll need to do checks of perception to make sure that we don't step on traps in the future.
Is the trap
You mean
set?
use
for now?
eyes?
Can
That's
we-
what I said. Use eyeballosos.
Can we throw a rock onto the platform? Just
Oh,
to see
yeah,
if
sure. A big old Dimitri-sized rock, yeah.
Body slam.
Not Dimitri size, but at least gnome sized.
I
That
crouch
should be enough to
down.
trigger it.
I do a Slav squat, get my Adidas going, and look at the pressure plate and see if it's been permanently depressed. like
Nope,
bird,
it is.
or if it's ready
As
to go
as
again.
far as you can tell, the floor is completely flush with itself. Though you
Okay.
don't exactly have a whole lot of experience with trap construction.
Are you patchesing?
Are you saying
No.
I'm trustworthy?
He does not. He does not have enough levels in squat to pull full patches here.
If you guys put a large enough rock or weight on it, we could have them expend all of their arrows, rendering them useless.
Strength check to push armor over onto floor.
Or that.
It is not nearly enough. This thing is not bolted to the wall. It actually feels like it's a permanent fixture.
Ah. This is permanent fixture. I am not strong enough. Even with bardic inspiration, it would be very tough ask.
Well, can we press the pressure plates down and see how many arrows we can get rid of get out of these guys?
I step
'Cause-
aside.
All right.
Did he-
Can you give me a sizable rock?
Oh, yeah,
From
sure.
your rock bag?
I look at Bag of Infinite Rock and assume that they're all palm-sized.
Are they all palm sized?
They're varying sizes. I mean, you go out to like a rocky beach. That's about the selection you're going with right now.
Okay,
Okay.
let's throw enough of these onto the pressure plates so that it's enough to equal whatever arbitrary weight requirement.
True, I guess we
okay.
can always go for quantity over quality.
Okay, you dump a sizable pile of rocks onto the floor, and after a small pile is formed, the arrows more or less resume in full force, and then go for about a full minute. And
Dang.
before long, you have a giant pile of rocks and an equally giant pile of arrows.
Are they
From
still going
where?
strong?
And then maybe after about 3 minutes and some serious bewilderment, the final arrow flies, and you're not quite sure if it ran out of arrows or if they destroyed each other, because there's not much left of the armor or the mechanisms.
My assumption is that we just hear, like, never-ending, like mechanical noise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kinda.
They're
Okay.
probably built into the walls.
It's more like
Okay.
over and over and over and over again, but like layered like 20 times over. 'Cause there's tons.
Alright,
That's why
here
you put arrow traps on alternating walls.
we go.
Alright,
I
nothing
attempt to open
happens?
door.
It is locked.
I
Speaker?
attempt to open door.
Okay, you thud your face into it. Okay. I'll
Okay,
get to work.
I'll give you a bardic inspiration. Is that all right?
I mean, it's not like I really have a choice.
But I want to
think.
reprise my song.
Okay.
Okay. Pick the lock, open the door, let us see what lies beyond. And I actually created more verses for this song.
Oh my
So I'll
god, you
continue
did?
with it. Yeah!
Oh, okay, cool.
What treasure may we
No,
find
I'm not the-
hidden deep inside? Do you require a key when a rogue is all you need? And there's more, but I won't keep you too long.
Okay. Roll your bonus.
Oh yeah, it's an extra die 8. My gosh, my heart's pounding. I'm sorry. I couldn't continue because I was so scared.
Singing, singing
I
makes
actually
people
have-
nervous, I understand.
2 more verses.
Yeah, so the other
Eh.
day she was trying to sing Spooky Scary Skeletons because of that like goofy video she found, and by the end of it she was like screaming and weeping in a corner.
Wait, what?
She
No.
spooked herself.
I didn't sing that. What are you talking about?
I'm being completely facetious here at your
Yes.
expense. If that
This
wasn't
is
obvious.
Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween.
Spooky,
Okay.
scary
No, when I sing what
skeletons.
you see, Wander can care less, so I sing my heart out around here and it doesn't matter. But I sing in front of a lot of people.
I mean, I care because she sings the same verse over and over and over again.
Hey, sometimes I can only remember the chorus line, and I'm
Spooky,
sorry.
scary, spooky, scary, spooky,
I never-
scary, spooky.
It was Waltzing Matilda. There was a point where she got Waltzing Matilda stuck in her head, so it was only Waltzing Matilda over and over and over again. Not the full song, just the waltzing
And it was funny
Matilda.
because I was watching a
walk-
documentary where
anyway.
there were actually vagabongs. So I'm like,
Billabongs. Anyway,
Billabongs.
so Skitter.
Oh, kings and billabongs.
So
I can't believe I messed that up.
So Skitter gets
It's
the
enough.
gets the door open, and on the other side reveals. Okay, let me get the priest out of there because he's. technically I can delete
Yoink! Hey, hey, hey.
Well, originally you were supposed to find him when he was alive, but you waited too long.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's been a
He died.
week.
So anyway, so there is
Life comes at you fast.
a fairly tight spiral staircase that leads upwards.
Alright, I can walk points, but I don't actually know which direction is up.
To the right. I'll need to work on my spiral staircase. This is actually the last time I ever make a spiral staircase because they fucking suck.
Actually, can't you just make
You're
it
almost-
like
you're
dark
almost
on one
there, you
half
just
and
need shadows.
light on the other
Well,
half?
I did actually. There is a little shadow.
Oh yeah, I
there.
do see the little
There's
shadow.
a little
though.
shadow, and it gets lighter. But I should have had like a really dark section.
Or
to the
just a
left or
shadow on
something
each
to make it
step.
more obvious.
I don't know.
That
Alrighty,
takes
I'm
A
ready.
lot of time.
Oh, shall we go up spiraled staircase?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Actually, do we want Skitman to take points in case there are more traps?
Wait, why? Can he see them? Can you see them, Skitter?
I can look for them.
Or
I
you
guess.
can come up
I-
on shoulder.
My perception checks are about the lowest of the party, so not
Oh.
exactly your trap finder, more like your trap dealer with her. You guys seem to have it kind of handled.
Oh, okay, never mind.
We
Back
just
of
have
line.
to outsmart the traps.
Yeah,
Just let
his wisdom
just let
is
Metal
in the
Man find
negatives.
him with his face.
Even with proficiency and perception, his bonus is only 1.
Wow.
It's bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, his wisdom must be like 7.
It's 7. Yeah.
Oh damn.
Wait, left isn't the right way?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, what?
Right to left. It's counterclockwise.
Oh,
Yeah.
the shadow means the opposite of what I thought it meant.
Well, it will higher. Yeah, it's casting a shadow.
Okay.
I
let
have
me
made
make
it.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay. You guys come up to the second floor,
All right.
and you are in a spiral staircase with another door.
Yay!
I test this handle.
Did we go up or down?
You went up. You're
Okay.
upstairs.
Locked, unlocked.
It is also locked.
Alright,
And-
let's just channel the old Skitter here. And by that I mean... Skitter!
Oh right. I hit the button. I'm being lazy. Okay, so Skitter doesn't actually get the door open. He's like, I think this one actually maybe needs a key.
I have a number of keys.
Don't they all need keys?
Well, I mean like a specific one.
Oh, this is one
Let's
of those Plotko locks, I get you.
Or I just rolled really low, and for balance sake, I only get one roll.
That's
It's the
fair.
door that gets plot armor.
I don't really know. I don't really know how lockpicking rolls should ever work in these, because it's like you rolled low on a lockpick. Keep going until you get it right. Like,
That's why they have.
I generally
those-
tend to go
in
with
games.
the-
They have lockpicks.
I tend to
And
go
you
with
run
the
out of
rule
them.
of first roll is a smile, multiple rolls is a frown.
yeah.
Even
Mm.
on strength checks. Elarin,
Yeah.
you have keys,
Uh,
yes?
Yeah. Well, the odd thing is, one of them was from the Squid Mage's bag. I don't really know if that's going to do anything. Oh, what other keys do I have? Weren't there a whole? There were a number of keys, but that was from the train. That's no good. Yeah, I can only try the Squid Man's key. Can I see if it works?
Okay. You can't even get it in the hole.
Oh,
It
not,
is-
Not,
it is-
not for this door.
So the Squidman's key, for frame of reference, looks like it belongs in a Squidman lair. It's got like, it's got tentacles and shit on the like, on the end, and it looks really fancy. And also, like, why would anybody ever commission a key like this? Because it doesn't look okay.
Okay. Huh.
Skitter is going to move back down the staircase so Dress is not breathing down his neck.
Let's see. I mean, I don't want to use the bombs because that's no good.
I rubbed the shiny gear on it.
Okay. I appreciate
not
your
a no.
contribution, but would you like to try again, or?
Dress is losing his mind. He's like lovingly rubbing this weird looking gear thing on the door.
Okay. Alright, so we don't
Maybe
have
it's like
keys?
a card reader, like the one that Bird probably uses.
Well-
And the problem is, we can't really ask anyone downstairs about it because they're dead and gone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I guess we're out of luck on this one. Well,
Can we go up more?
when God locks
I mean-
doors, he also probably has windows nearby, so we might be able to climb up there.
This is a fortress, though. So...
I
this the highest
remember
the
the
staircase
stained glass
goes?
window from beforehand.
oh yeah, is this the top of the stairs?
window led to the cathedral you were just in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Derez climbed up to something, didn't he, earlier? That was like a bridge?
Yeah, he made it up to a drawbridge.
Right.
And got shot for it.
Well, oh.
That was later.
No, you
That
got
was like
hit by
wa-
an
that was like-
arrow.
Yeah,
You got
that was
hit
way,
by an arrow.
that was way higher than the bridge.
No, you got shot by the arrows when you were reaching the bridge.
Oh, that was when Dimitri was like getting in my way, and I'm trying to climb, and he starts throwing my shit around.
I don't remember
Did-
that, but that sounds like something I
Didn't
would do.
Dimitri throw my grappling hook onto like the wrong roof or something, and I had to go get it?
Oh yeah, that was great.
Well, I don't have anything but the bomb orbs, and I'd be loath to use it.
Yeah, this place seems already remarkably unstable. I think blowing stuff up would probably be a bad idea.
Let's try to find a key somewhere. I go
I
back
could always just
downstairs.
use my battle axe on it, though.
What's it made of?
What's the door? Yeah.
This is a stone door.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, hey, what about the hammer, Skitter?
I could try.
Or is that gonna also cause a cave-in?
If he
No.
aims for the bolts of the door, then maybe.
Okay. What would this even be for a check?
Strength?
Yeah, probably strength. Normally I roll dex with his hammer tosses, but strength check, nothing. He like hits it with all of his might, and it kind of shudders. This is a sturdy door.
I guess,
Huh.
can I try with hammer?
So he passes you the hammer, and it pretty much does the Thor thing where it drops on the ground and is really heavy.
You're not
Oh.
wearing the dwarven belt.
Ah, right. I've always wanted to have a beard.
Wait, you've
Do you
had a
mind,
beard
Skitter?
before.
Um,
Haven't all of your forms had beards?
I
Yeah.
mean, I was 100% beard when I was Greg.
I think this is the only non-bearded version of Dimitri so far.
Oh, yeah.
as long as I
Guys, don't make me paint a bearded warforged.
as
Like,
long as I get
It's
the
not
belt
you.
back,
You
it's the
never.
only
You
thing-
never drew bearded Skitter.
I'm going to, okay?
Okay, so Skitter's gonna take the belt off, and almost immediately his beard looks less lustrous.
Oh,
How does it feel
no.
like to ungrow a beard?
We got to get this back on you, ASAP.
Does
Alright.
it start falling out?
No,
I-
but I mean, it loses its like manly dwarven sheen.
If it's beard meant for dwarf, I mean kobold, I mean goblin,
Just squeezing back into
I
his face.
assume
Ew.
that I'm supposed to use it like bracelet, yes?
You notice that Skitter had it around his waist like 2, maybe 3 times.
Oh, okay. I kind of pictured
was-
him wearing it like bandolier, but this works as well.
No, it was more of kind of like a belly wrap,
Ah.
made out
Alright.
of metal.
Well, I put
but-
on a belt of dwarven badassery.
How much
Okay.
bigger are dwarves than goblins?
Well, they're also pretty rotund.
They're well fed.
Yes.
That's kind of a major sticking point on this. So you get it on no problem, and almost immediately you can lift the hammer.
Alright. Huh. Ha! Whatcha?
Okay, you definitely do some damage, compared to Skitter's, like, initial hit, but not nearly enough to smash through the door in any kind of major sense. You're not adding your proficiency bonus to that.
My proficiency,
Do you not-
it's +5.
Do you not... Are paladins not proficient in...
Wisdom and charisma is paladin.
Oh.
Yes. So that has
Interesting.
+3 for my aura of
No,
charmingness.
this isn't a save.
I thought it was
this
saves
is
and
just
checks.
this is purely no, it's
um,
just saves. So if you're being affected by
Oh,
something,
you're right.
it's not going to make you your aura of might is not going to make it so you can knock down doors better.
Right,
I'm
I had
drawing the
forgotten
line on
that.
one. Yeah.
Sometimes you roll against core stat for save. Sometimes just roll against it for check.
It made more
uh,
sense in 3rd edition. In 5th edition, it's kind of weirdly muddy. Anyway, you do not manage to get through the door.
All right. Well, I take belt off
And
and hand it, throw it back to Skit.
In fact, you seem to have done, between your previous strength save, Skitter's hit, and your hit, you seem to have done more damage to the archway in the ceiling above.
Ah! Oh no!
So
Yeah.
Skitter gladly puts the belt back on and takes his hammer.
Well,
What kind of key looks... Well, what kind of keyhole is it?
It's a small, ish keyhole. It's like... It's hard to describe. It looks blocky.
you can just
Mhm.
try putting in any key that you happen to have.
Now that I think about it, I think that's the only
As-
key I have.
As like
Oh.
a person that opens locks, that's a very good idea to lose the key and the lock.
Eh.
Have you
I
ever
go
done
back
that?
down.
Accidentally put the wrong key in your doorway or whatever?
Eh.
I did it once in my dorm, and we actually had to replace the whole lock.
Oh, because it got stuck.
Yeah, because the key was similar, but not quite enough, and then it got stuck in there. And they had to
Hey.
take the doors off the hinges and replace it. And then they issued new keys, because that wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, Derez,
Ow.
It's never fit before.
if you're
The most, I think I fit the wrong key into the mailbox before, and it never mattered though.
well, Derez, I guess.
Welp,
You might as well sneaky time it.
what could go wrong?
Lots. Thank you for asking.
I'm gonna go with something with legs instead of just snake, if it fits.
Okay. So what are you turning into for the sake of people's imaginations?
I default into lizards generally.
Okay. What kind of lizard are we going with? Newt, gecko,
What would fit?
bearded? Pretty much anything that's like rat or mouse sized, probably.
Then always bearded dragon,
Okay.
because it is the
So-
best of dragons.
Bearded Dresden gets in, and you find a small room lined with bookshelves. So the bookshelves have been raided, as far as you can tell.
Oh.
And there's effectively a giant pile of books jammed up against the door, and that's what you were hitting earlier. And this is just books, and the sliding, rustling noise was books being kind of dislodged from the pile and falling down, so they're kind of over here. And there's paper everywhere, and like the tables flipped over and several other things.
There's just a huge amount of books and nothing else.
Yeah. At least in this room. There. Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't reveal the doorway. There's a doorway.
Is the doorway open?
No, it is also closed.
Is it openable?
You try the door, and it is similarly kind of stuck.
Huh.
So
Is there
with
space?
your lizardly door opening capabilities, all you really can do is turn the doorknob and then realize the door's not opening for you.
Is there space at all?
You are going to need
You're gonna probably need more strength than what a lizard.
Yeah, you're
Has,
kind of
probably.
stuck between a pile of books and a hard place.
Because we get stuck if I if I go into my humanoid form again, then clear out all the books, then open the door from behind, but then need to transform to get through this door too, and then I won't be able to because I've already done it twice.
You could probably move books as a lizard, but how many books?
Yeah. It might be easier for him to set fire to books.
Oh no.
No, that's a bad
But that would
idea.
probably lead to suffocation in that room.
Suffocation.
And also I also
no
can't cast
breathing.
fire as a lizard.
Oh.
Well, this traps us a little bit. Let's look around the room a little bit. Investigation to see if anything
Okay.
stands out generally, besides book
So
pile.
you scoot around, and in one of the corners of the bookshelves, you see a mouse hole.
A mouse hole.
Yep. Looks probably big enough for you.
What could go wrong? What direction's it in?
It is here. I'll draw it and kind of. So it's over here, like in the corner,
In the
and
opposite corner
leads
from the door.
somewhere in there. Yeah.
Conveniently in the direction of the door we're trying to go through. Let's try.
Okay.
Hold our breath. As I go through
It's
this.
okay. If you
you
run into
go
Deadly
in-
Mouse and die, then it was kind of your
And
fault.
you almost immediately hit a wall, but it looks like there's maybe an area above you.
Above me.
Yeah.
Like I can climb up.
Yes.
Then let's try climbing up. Do I need like some kind of check?
That would be an athletics check to climb, or acrobatics if you want to try jumping.
I'm better at acrobat. Fuck.
Okay. So, forgetting that you have the Warp Jordans on, you more or less send yourself zipping into the ceiling, even with that low roll. With a kind of lizardly thwack. Roll another one to catch yourself.
Another acrobatics check.
Yes. You forget about your magical item that gives you huge jumping bonuses, and then you use it. What happens? Okay, so you managed to catch a hold of a ledge. You were up above.
I don't know if it was ever actually specified what Warp Jordans did.
You'd never experimented with it, and you never asked Skater to identify him.
No.
So
I don't know how
you could
Skitter would
use
even be able to
jump.
know. At one point, I knocked them together. I was like, I'm knocking my Jordans together, and nothing happened. So I'm like, I don't know. We'll see.
A great
as far-
investigation there, Sherlock Dick Tracy.
As far as you can tell, you shoot up even higher.
What is that? Wait,
Uh,
what?
Yeah, it's like a super jump.
Oh, you're
Anyway,
talking about the properties of the shoes. I thought you were saying I'm somehow shooting up higher. Like, I'm like, I already hit the ceiling.
No, you are not. You're not flying through the ceiling yet. So you get the feeling that you would pancake if you tried jumping again from where you currently are. Anyway,
Challenge accepted.
so you're kind of like on an area above the doorway, and it looks like there's a path that kind of keeps going.
All right, I am literally in the walls. Continuing forward.
Okay, so it kind of goes this way, and there's a little mouse hole
What the hell?
out above one of the statues,
No.
and it turns and it goes
Oh,
this
okay.
way.
Oh, okay, good. That's not totally ass useless. Do I notice the resin mouse hole?
I didn't go into it.
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah, unless Drez feels like putting his face out.
Why wouldn't he want to talk to me?
Okay,
Gee, let's
so
go down a list.
you
He's
go
investigating.
you go this way, and it more or less just goes around the outside of this room. Whoops, that is too
Oops.
much. You shouldn't see
You
that.
shared
We're
too
getting that
much.
quick.
Well, now we know everything.
Yep, you do know everything.
Well, our players, yes, but our characters, nay.
Yeah. So you enter into this area. I mean, you were gonna find this anyway,
Of
because
course.
you have two holes, kind
yeah?
of at a T split, exiting out into one room to your right and one room to the left. And you can see feet.
I can see feet. On both
Yes.
sides or one side?
Only one side.
Do I have a
see a
reasonable
feet.
understanding of which direction the door was in from where I am now?
You know that there is a door here.
So my goal is to open the door. Let's try.
However, if you kind of like peek into this one, you also see a hefty pile of books
Oh, goody.
in your way.
More
Oh, goody.
books. This guy barricaded himself in using nature's least effective barricade.
Am I in the ceiling or am I on top of a wall?
No, you've actually descended down. You're back down, like there was kind of a slopage down here that led down to the floor.
How did this mouse carve out all that?
There looks to be kind of like spaces between the walls. Like this isn't pure stone. And there's pipes and
there-
ducts and stuff like that.
Is there like a door around here that connects the two rooms to each other?
From your mouse hole, you can't see one particularly well. You'll have to venture into one or the other rooms.
So
to
I've
see.
so far never found anything that would actually access this other room
Not yet, anyway.
as the mouse hole. I'm gonna go right
Okay.
to discover
So
the
you
room.
Enter into a smaller library office kind of looking place. There's a big desk and a big chair that looks really comfortable, and you know, the smaller amount of bookshelves, smaller amount of books. It looks like it probably would have less give than the other one.
Or more give?
Oh yeah, it would have more give. So
You think you just pile all these books on the other pile of books to make it a bigger mega pile? Increase its power. Oh, there's the door.
yeah, so there is a door.
Let's make this guy feel like a lunatic. Let's try opening the door.
As the lizard.
Yeah.
Okay. So the door opens inward, and this time instead of hitting a pile of books, there's a very distinctive wood on wood thud.
Oh, you put work into this one.
You almost immediately hear clattering and like kind of this weird, horrible wheezing sound, and the door slams.
And I
Sending
skid it back
you
in the
kind
hole.
of flying backwards a bit.
So what continues here? Does he just slam the short door? Did he just slam the door back shut?
He slammed. You're not sure if he closed the door or whatever, but whatever you did was enough to kind of send him into a frenzy, and he is currently. There's like a lot of clattering and banging, and you can see the feet moving all over the place.
What does he sound like? Does he sound like a deranged zombie doing random actions, or does he sound like somebody desperately trying to stay barricaded?
Kind of the midpoint.
Let's peek into this room.
Okay. How far do you go in?
I look through the
Okay.
hole.
Okay, so it's hard to see because you're directly underneath a bureau, like a little dresser, that has, I'd say, about 3-4 inches of clearance, but just enough that you can see his feet moving around as he like kind of moves around the room, and you see him kind of banging off of stuff and like almost pushing more over.
Does he just look deranged or something?
Yeah, he looks very deranged.
Let's get her under the bed.
Okay. So you get under the bed, and you can get a much better look at the room. However, make a stealth check on that. I guess I could just reveal this whole area. Okay, so yeah, you were undetected. Unless he rolls a...
Very nice.
Unless this turns into like the dueling nat 20s. I don't know how
No,
to get
no
me.
dueling nat 20s. He got a 7. So you have made it underneath the bed, which there's actually a fair number of things underneath there. Potions, books, clothing, socks. There's an inordinate amount of socks down there. They look
It's Dumbledore.
like kind of comfy socks.
An inordinate
but you
number
can
of socks.
you can see the this. He almost looks like a knight, except for half of his armor is missing, and like you can see flesh, and it's weird and mottled looking, and it doesn't look like any like person or race you've ever seen before. Not that you've really ever given much of a dang before either. But he is kind of like cramming stuff against the side, and like what's a good example? You know when you have like a pile of stuff, and every time you like put stuff on the top, it kind of like slowly slides down and kind of resets.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing against the door. And he's like mumbling to himself, but it's not intelligible.
He's like trying to make a sand dune taller.
Yeah, he really is, and it is just tumbling down around him, and he's losing his shit over it.
Let's see. I'm just going to do some possible checks to see if any of them dislodge anything about what the hell's happening in front of me.
Medicine, he's not healthy. Nature, he's not natural. Arcana, you don't know shit.
Very well
right.
done. Any other insightful tidbits you wish to
Shut
drop
up, you're
on
not
us?
here.
Okay.
So you said there's what, potions and socks down here, basically?
Yeah, it
the
looks if you take a long enough look around, it looks like you may be in a priest's quarters. You know, there's several holy books, and the socks have like, you know, fancy like filigree on them that you generally don't see outside of nobility or the priesthood.
Can I make out anything about my surroundings that looks useful or like a thing I'd want from this place? Or even anything at all?
Roll a perception check. Or an investigate check, either or. Okay, so apart from the potions, I mean, it looks like there's a fair amount of useful clutter down there. But that's enough to notice that there is a key ring on this guy's belt.
No,
And that
of
he
course
looks
he's got it.
probably like the guard captain that Alarin
Of course
had mentioned
he would
earlier.
have it on him.
Yep.
Don't
Does
have
look
any
like
nice,
there's-
convenient knock guy unconscious buttons in my spellbook right now.
Yeah, D&D is surprisingly bad at the whole, like, knock people out quietly thing.
I had charm person once upon a time, but I haven't used it since
What about
that one
sleep?
time.
Sleep is a spell.
Not for me right now. Doing a quick review of my... Oh... I have... In my inventory, I have the Kill Hall KO potions, the Grey Vials. I actually
Oh, yeah.
do have sleeping potions.
You do? What the hell? How long have
do
you had
know?
those?
Since Kill Hall.
I forgot about
AKA
Kill
for the
Hall.
entire time that Skitter's been a ninja.
Wow.
I've been holding on to
Now-
KO potions.
With those, do you have to just apply a little bit of it to a tip or a blade, or do you have to have it
Let's
ingested,
find out
or-
with medicine check.
Okay. You know fairly conclusively shit's poison and it knocks you out. Application a little bit beyond your current knowledge of how to poison people.
I'm currently wondering how quickly a person wakes up, how quickly a person transforms in the D&D universe. Let's see.
Oh, it might take up to a minute, right?
Is there enough space under the bed for Drez to
No.
transform, or no?
No.
No, he's a big lizard man.
I was literally googling 5e. How? Yeah, there we go. How long does it take for wild shape transformation?
I think, isn't it about like an hour per level?
No, how long does it take to transform?
Oh, you mean to like shift back and forth?
I thought it would be like one action.
Yeah,
You could surprise him.
that'd be
He
interesting.
seems more focused on that door right now, so you could like get up on the bed and transform and then seduce him or something.
Oh yeah, what you should do is you should get another side of the door and just like knock a whole bunch and make scary noises. Just scare the shit out of him.
So then you
Is
won't
he
be able to
unarmed?
get
Is
back
his
to
head
normal.
unarmored?
No, he's wearing a helmet. Mostly you can just see that he's missing like some leg armor and like his shoulder pads, and that some of the cloth has been torn away. Does look like he got hit by something. But it was a superficial wound.
I don't think I have any way of applying it to him. Wait, can you? I don't know if you can apply them the same way you do potions, where you just like, can you just hit somebody with it?
Typically with assassin poison, you have to have a sharp edge.
Yeah,
or
I
a
actually don't
blade
have.
or
I'm not
do a
armed with
pokey poke.
something to make this work as the same way. But probably not the best idea.
I mean, you could always get one.
You had a spear, but I think
did.
I think Dimitri has it and has had it since he picked it up and then never ever thought about it ever again.
Yeah, it sounds like something I'd do.
Yeah, actually, I have no. Yeah, I have no idea what happened to the pike from the beginning of the campaign. I genuinely don't know if it's in my inventory anymore because I've never had the reason to use it again.
Have you attacked with a melee weapon at all? Like this
No.
entire
Once.
game?
He attacked with it once, rolled a natural 1, and then gave up on it forever.
I can understand doing that.
Is he armored
Yes.
on his legs?
He is missing a thigh plate, and all there is just basic breeches.
Is the side with the key armored?
Yes.
I'm going to try to crawl up his leg
Okay.
in stealth.
Okay.
So
So
we're gonna
you
see
get a
if
sup-
I can get the key.
So you're going to need to make a dex save to avoid getting stomped on the way in, and then an acrobatics to get up there, and then a stealth check to avoid it. Okay. Roll the other ones.
Oh no!
Oh, well done, Jack Nuts. Oh my god.
Oh no!
Okay. So here's what happens.
So I rolled a 6, a nat 1, and then a 9.
So
That's just statistically
of-
improbable.
you roll out from
Impossible.
underneath the bed, almost immediately get stomped for. You take 2 damage as he steps on you.
Do we know how many hit
with
points
the
I'm
heavy
supposed to
boot.
have?
I think you've got about 16 as a lizard. Just owing to how high of a level you are. Some I
Gonna
don't know.
type 14 in Notepad.
And then you jump, and he more or less just kicks you through the air, and you splat on the ceiling. Because your jumps are insane. Actually, no, he doesn't even kick you. You just go like zipping past him at warp speed into the ceiling.
Oh,
And then you fall into his open hand.
oh no!
Oh no.
He is very
Oh.
much aware of your presence. Though he seems to he might be having trouble processing the fact that he just got a lizard present.
A
I just look
present.
at him.
Just like, yes, I am lizard, yes.
Yes, we're gonna play dumb about being a lizard.
I should probably actually roll the damage. 1 second. You take an additional 3 for slamming into the ceiling. How much I want to see if there's bearded dragons for D&D.
The problem is you're probably gonna get a bearded dragon.
Yeah.
As opposed to
Okay,
a bearded
lizard.
dragon.
Here we go. You have a grand total of so apparently lizards have significantly less HP than I thought they would have. But
10.
you have 1 die 4 HP. I'd say
What?
roll that 1 die 4, but that's gone.
Even as a lizard form, like for a druid.
The rules are for Wild Shape in 5th edition, you just get the stats of it, correct? I haven't looked into it because in 3rd edition they were broken. You'd still keep a lot of your stats. You just
Yeah,
switch your hit
it
die.
looks like you can transform into any creature based on their challenge rating.
Okay, your game statistics are replaced by the statistics of the beast.
Wow.
You retain all of your skill and savings throw proficiencies. Oh, when you transform, you assume the beast's hit points and hit dice. So, yes, you have 1 die 4 HP as your base HP. So he doesn't get a lizard present; he gets a lizard present.
Well,
So
does my Constitution modifier affect it?
I don't no, because you're assuming a new physical form. You keep your mental statistics, but your physical are
Right.
replaced with that of the lizards.
When you get knocked out, wouldn't he just turn back into his
Yeah,
form?
Exactly.
So, so what's happened
Does
is
he land
you
on him?
are sitting.
So I slam
in
into
his
the
arms.
ceiling and then get KO'd into normal dress form and then land on top of
Yeah, so he is currently
You-
holding you princess style,
You technically
What?
gained like
and you are
a-
looking at him dreamily, but it might just be the concussion.
I feel like I should have taken him out with a wrestling move just now.
Yeah, but you rolled a natural 1. If you'd done a nat 20 to sky drop him, I would have given it to you. But you rolled a nat 1. You are now roll to woo an insane night guard captain.
What?
All right,
That's
he is
decent.
certifiably wooed.
How is that even an option?
No, mostly he's just bewildered.
He just caught a very charismatic lizard man in his arms.
He did. You give
You are
him a
like
disarming.
Bugs Rabbit.
You give him a disarming smile and flash him your cerulean blue eyes, and he unceremoniously dumps you on the bed, flips out, and roll for initiative.
Hello, Doctor.
This
Okay.
is the best mess.
So, he is very loud. Let me roll for him.
Well, meanwhile, we're out in the hallway. We're just
He's
hearing
very
"Ah!"
loud.
So what you guys hear is a faint thud, followed by a louder thud, followed by another thud, and then screaming from the other side of the wall.
Oh no!
Well, looks like Drez dressed it again. That could be a thing from now on, right? Dressing it?
Yeah, no. I don't think I've seen another player sabotage himself this hardcore since... Oh, wait, Greg.
Okay.
Doing
Yeah.
anything. Gotcha.
I was gonna say he hurt himself with a barrel in our first room we walked into,
Yeah, you guys have the worst luck.
and then
the
somebody
moment...
stopped watching because he accused us of fake laughing at that part.
Wait, what?
That's their loss. Okay.
All my laughter
When
was
Dimitri
fake.
was losing a fight against a barrel in the first adventure.
Okay, so Alarin, Dimitri, and of course Skitter, you guys also roll initiative, because I assume you're probably going to want to do stuff, and we'll just fit you into the turn order.
What?
We can't
How?
even get
I
in,
can't get in
though.
there.
Well, you hear noises, so if you want to just sit around, I can remove you from the turn order if you want.
Well, the problem is we're just gonna have to battle the door. I don't. Wait, initiative.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Roll, rolling a die 20.
Initiative. Ah, that's
Oh,
even
that got way
worse.
worse.
Wait,
What is your dexterity mod?
it's not factoring in her dexterity at all.
Oh,
In
really?
fact,
What
I
happened?
should probably reiterate this. You guys might want to stop using that character sheet for initiative rolls, because it lies.
Should I just roll dex then?
No, add your dex modifier to your original roll of 5, and that'll be your initiative.
Okay. Then that'll be 8.
Rolling dex works unless you're proficient in dex, in which case you get bonus points that break the roll.
Yeah, but initiative does not count as... Yeah, that makes sense. Keith, what's your dexterity
2.
modifier? Okay, so you're up to 15, and then Dimitri, what's your dex bird?
Oh, we're not using the roll that I did? That's fine.
No. Have you not
14.
been listening? It's okay. So, to reiterate, Bird, seeing as you were checked out, your dexterity is not factored into that initiative roll. Because
So
I
I
think
would
the
have 2
calculation
then, I
broken.
guess. Is what you're saying?
I guess initiative's broken for some reason.
Yeah, you would have had a 21,
Okay,
not
what
a
ifs?
not a 19. It just kind of matters. Okay, and what's the crazy get? Right, crazy gets 3. So,
Crazy.
so Shel, what was your
8. If
Okay.
you're doing 5
Yeah.
plus 3.
Okay, there you go. So, Dimitri, you get to go first. There's screaming and thudding from the other side of the door wall.
I'll show you thudding.
Okay.
Whoa!
So you Kool-Aid man straight through the pile of books. You kind of surf your way through. In
Take
a pile
that
of,
knowledge.
yeah, in a pile of papers and education, which you so thoroughly spurn. Okay, Drez, it's your turn. There's a screaming man in front of you who is freaking out over his damsel in distress not being quite up to spec or something.
I thought they were homunculi. What would they care about appearances?
I mean,
He's
nobody's
captain,
tried
he
to
might be
communicate
special
with him
soul.
why he is so upset.
well, he was able to talk, so yeah.
This is a mess. Okay, I'm gonna try saying wait.
Okay. That's it? You just say wait?
And
He's trying to negotiate.
Okay.
I guess the most fitting attempt to do is a persuasion check
Yeah, make a
To try
persuasion check to
to
calm a man
de-escalate.
that is losing
Fuck.
his shit. You fail miserably.
Wait,
he is-
you said losing his shit before I even rolled.
Yeah, no. Well, he was losing his shit the moment you messed with his door. Then
Oh.
you landed in his arms. What do you think's gonna happen? So he is he's not losing his shit any more than he was, but he's very much losing his shit in a very non diplomacy style of situation. So you still have an action. I'll make that your move. Trying to get
Oh
him to
boy.
wait.
Oh boy. Too bad I don't have frightful presence anymore. As a not
You're in
real
pretty
dragon.
close quarters too.
We're in very close quarters. That's not a terrible idea. Except for the part where he's in the middle of the room. I was like, maybe I could entangle him. Even though he's positioned in a way where he'd be able to reach me no matter what. Oh, no, entangle actually restrains you, like not just stop you from moving. Yeah, I'm gonna try and casting entangle.
Okay.
I've never cast before. Oh, there's no macro for it. Okay, yeah. Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square starting from a point of within range. Can you do this indoors? I don't know if this works at all. There's no ground. So it probably doesn't count.
I mean, there's dirt below the stone, I suppose.
I mean, it's magic. Let's start
It
with
is
that.
magic, because imagine
Yeah.
if there were just no seeds available.
So
in
here's
an
the
area.
ruling. Entangle works anywhere as long as it isn't just straight up fire or lava. But if you use it in an overgrown area, you get a bonus.
Okay.
So you can use it wherever you want, but tactical usage, your mileage will vary based on the environment. So
So
anyway,
basically, a 20-foot square is going to become difficult terrain, and he needs to do a strength saving throw in order to not be restrained.
Yep. And then if he does get restrained, he can do another one to free himself. Gotcha. Okay. Well, it's not his turn yet. Skitter is going to run into the room, make a really, really sad strength check to see if he can blast down the door.
Oh!
Does second door.
Oh, Jesus.
Aww.
He's gonna go sit on this table. He's gonna kind of kick his legs. Kind of here. He's gonna do one more thing. Yeah. You don't see him anymore.
Aww.
Hiding behind the table.
Oh,
Anyway.
Jesus, that
a lo-
stealth check.
Lauren, it's your turn.
Okay. That's 1, 2, 4, 5. I can only go 6 squares though, right?
Yeah.
So that pretty much puts me there.
Okay.
Only 6 square. Oh, because it's difficult terrain? Because of the books?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I see. I could go farther, right?
No, that would be 30 feet. I think that's as far as she goes.
Yeah.
Where did she start?
Outside
started-
the door.
Yeah, next to one of the statues.
Up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if I included... I don't really know
You should
how
be able
it
to
works
reach the
within
door because of diagonals.
Yeah, you can get in front of the door because of diagonals.
Okay, but I can't really do anything with the door. I don't want to get in Dimitri's way because he might smash through that one too.
Yeah. Okay, so you just get there. And Freak Show is going to fail. He is currently restrained. So you have your ploy for bondage has succeeded.
I'm just on this bed and restraining him. This is. Don't read into this.
Good lord, Skitter. I mean, no.
I'm gonna try to reach for the key.
Oh, no, it's Dimitri. It's Dimitri's turn.
Oh,
Yep. Okay. Yep. This one's easier. You plow right through.
wow, that would have simplified all of this.
Drez, you hear just roaring and smashing outside the
This
room
has to
you're
make it
in.
very, very hard at my attempts to calm this dude down.
He's already been
like
restrained. I think
cataclysmic
you've already
book
passed
explosions
point
are
of no
happening.
return.
Yep. Okay, Drez, now it's your turn.
I'm going to try to reach for the keys.
Okay, you get the keys because he's completely restrained. He is
Calm?
at your mercy.
Are we calm?
No.
As I like cross the room.
Okay, so you kind of like climb over the
I'm
small
literally
dresser.
like not attacking him.
You climb over the dresser onto the this is like super difficult terrain. Not only is there like vines and shit growing out of everything, but also like before that this was difficult terrain. So this is like double jeopardy, can't move.
I think I'm literally immune to difficult terrain as a druid. Let's see.
Let me I
Land
think that's
stride. Yeah, any non-magical difficult terrain doesn't apply to me.
well, this is magical difficult terrain.
What? The books are magic?
No, the entangle.
Wait, does my spell affect me for difficult terrain?
It's a magical difficult terrain. Maybe.
Let's see.
That it doesn't say that you're immune to it.
Is a druid affected by his own difficult terrain? It seems
That's a
like
lot
I'd
of
be
theory
like,
crafting today, Drez. You wanna feel like
think
playing
this,
the game,
this is
or you
literally
wanna
not
just
theory
muse on
crafting. This is just
r//
trying to answer.
Dungeons
This is
and
definitely not theory
Dragons?
crafting. This is definitely just trying to answer questions about the scenario. It'd be theory crafting if I did all the stuff before I did it. I'm already in the situation. I'm trying to answer the question.
Let's see. Yeah, it works on allies, but does it work on?
The caster?
Yeah. I mean, I am very much going to just say no, it doesn't, because I mean it's just like entangling roots, and you're a druid. Oh wait, no, here we are. Yes, it does, and it also traps you. Woodland Stride doesn't help. Thorns, briars, and overgrown areas that have been magically manipulated to impede motion, however, still affect you. Admittedly, that's from 3rd edition, but I can't imagine that that's changed without a specific mention. So, this is... Yep, alright. We'll go with, it's kind of inconvenient crossing the room, but whatever, it's not like it really matters here.
I did make
And-
them and control
yeah.
them, supposedly.
Well, no, you made them, you're not... controlling them anymore. It's kind of like a leave it and forget it, except for leave it and then mildly regret it.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah. So now you're standing on a pile of detritus that has vines and shit growing out of it.
Yeah. This is a mess.
Okay.
It's about to get much worse when I burst through door.
That was an action and a movement, so I think that's my turn.
Yeah, Skitter,
Oh, no.
Skitter is suffering a demoralization penalty, so he's just hiding
Dimitri
behind that
might
table.
have heard my voice.
Alarin, it's your turn.
Okay.
That might be a perception
see.
check on his
1,
turn.
2.
That was
I'm
literally
gonna-
just speaking in front
I'm
of the
gonna
door
get
where he's gonna
behind
attack.
Dimitri and wait for him to potentially charge through the door.
Okay.
Though that desk looks rather interesting. I'll wait until after the combat has subsided, though.
Let's see. Okay, and then it's Horror Man, who is going to struggle and fail. Damn. A 3 and then a 2. What's next? A 1? At that point, he'll just give up or something. I
He
don't know.
just explodes.
Anyway,
Countdown
Dimitri.
complete.
Dimitri, it's your turn.
Do
we
I
want
hear
to do
anything?
a perception?
You get to make a perception check to hear Drez saying anything over the shrieking in the other room.
Low, 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 low. No!
Oh my god! You are perfectly aware that Drez actually has grabbed the keys and is now with your acute very very temporary echolocation, you know exactly the layout of the other room and what is going on inside of it.
A perfect nat 20.
Well
Of
then,
course.
I turn to Alarin and say, "Our business is concluded," and then calmly leave the room.
Which is great unless our business is not concluded and I get attacked next turn.
Drez, are you okay?
It's actually
not your
Drez's
turn.
turn.
Oh, it's not my turn. Oh well. I will say that
Wow.
if he gets out.
Oh man.
I love how just in general you guys only get nat 20s when you very much don't need them, and it has the best worst timing ever.
I am spending my turn trying to like clear shit to open the
Okay.
door.
Make a strength check.
Why is it negative? Oh, I'm in lizard mode.
Oh,
Hang on a
your
second.
your stats are messed up. I see.
There's my I have screenshots of my old character. Let's see. So my actual stat was 16, not 6. I used to have a good mod. Whoa!
Okay.
Oh man.
So you
You dig through those books.
yeah, so you swim through the pile of junk, open the door and exit the room.
And try to slam it behind me.
Which you do with ease. Almost like it wasn't even there.
Quick, the desk!
Yeah, I was gonna check that out. What was going on in there?
How much time? We don't have time to talk because it's combat.
No, there is
Right.
still shrieking in the other room.
Yeah.
Though it is actually quieted down substantially.
The one command was pretty much the one thing I could get out. I
Okay,
like how Dimitri
so
just left.
Skitter is still demoralized for the time being. Alarin, it's your turn.
Who was in there, Drez? I'm asking.
I don't know, but I have the keys.
No, but what did he look like?
A tumor in a can.
He was a knight.
I'm from the swamp.
I put on my soldier outfit.
That is going to take actual minutes.
Wait, yeah, that's gonna take
Aw.
like 10 turns.
Same like Divinity, where you,
You can't-
double click on it and your character is suddenly wearing different clothing.
Yeah, you can't hot swap armor in combat.
If you had the ring of the wardrobe ring on,
Ah! No, I know. But we're still technically in combat, aren't we?
Yeah, which is why you can't just switch clothing unless you have the ring.
But he's calmed down.
No, he's still screaming, just less.
Can
Confused screaming?
I put on the voice that I used when I was but a young lad enlisting in the service of the fortress?
You likely don't understand anything that's happening.
That's why I was asking you about what he looked like.
I don't know. My character doesn't have the knowledge to know what you're talking about necessarily, I don't think.
Oh, remember when I talked with the captain and...
He wasn't there.
Oh, was it only Greg and Skitter that would witness me do that?
Only Skitter was there.
Well, only Skitter was there, but you guys
You were
saw
off
them.
on your
No.
adventure.
Yeah, so
Tromping
the exact
around.
I think I was
events
dealing
were-
with like an unconscious Greg at that point.
Yeah, Greg got knocked out by the wave of homunculi, and he was out cold for a while. You
And
decided
as a
to go
swamp tribe
scouting.
person, I'm electing that I probably don't even know knights as a thing very well.
Yeah. So
Ah.
he has no idea that you would know maybe who this guy is.
I
So
don't even wear clothes.
this is true. Armor doesn't make sense to you. Why wear armor when you have the
when you can just grow your own.
Mm-hmm. Well, that
I've got that
limits
non-GMO
things,
armor.
because
Oh, come on.
I want to search this desk, but there's also a crazy, like, as far as I know, individual that I'm not familiar with on the other side.
You only need
of the
access to
door.
one side of a desk to search it.
Yeah. I'll search the desk.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Definitely not what Drez meant.
You
The
like
desk.
the desk?
Yes, I will look inside it.
What the hell? Wait,
Unbelievable.
I
All
know
three of
all
us
the
have-
contents of the desk.
all three of us have made consecutive nat 20s
Okay.
checks between perception.
And
So-
it doesn't
and
matter. This
investigation.
is pointless.
yeah, like I said, you
Star
guys
Wars
can
knowledge.
roll nat 20s
Yeah.
whenever it doesn't fucking matter. If you guys are life or death, it's all nat ones. It's all just like horrible, horrible, awful.
That's amazing.
Oh my god. Let's see. Do you find a bunch of shit, including a two secret compartments, a secret compartment within a secret compartment,
Oh.
that looks like it hasn't been opened in nearly, maybe a couple hundred years, maybe
100?
longer. Yeah, but you don't really have time to do this because you're technically in the middle of combat, and you more or less just like turbo loot a desk faster than anybody has ever looted a desk before and sifted through secrets.
You just did like the equivalent of like the cartoon thing where like something falls into water and then piranhas just turn it into a skeleton
Yeah,
instantaneously.
All of the drawers are in like a neat pile elsewhere, cleaned out and like
Even the
thoroughly
one that was a
searched.
puzzle box.
Yeah, no, there was some ancient dwarvish, and you just blitzed through that. You guessed the combo. Password turned
But
out
most
to be 1, 2, 3,
importantly,
4,
the
5.
the door is very much not barricaded with a desk.
Yeah, that's the more important part. And
So there was Dwarvish?
well, there was
They're
dwarvish.
just joking.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
You still hear the shrieking inside and kind of thrashing and maybe some other noises, but that guy is not leaving. Dimitri, it's your turn.
He got a lot closer.
Skitter, wherever you are, it's time to go.
Okay.
Let's go.
He's just leaving.
Trez, it's your turn. No, you're the only one that knows that there's an insane man in the other room, apparently.
God damn it, I
know,
am
I'm not
going
gonna
to
kill him.
barricade this goddamn door. Oh my god.
So you just shove the desk over real quick. Jam it.
And I am leaving. We are leaving.
Okay.
I am on such a low layer in my character. Like I'm rendering under everything that's ever on the map.
Yeah, all the drawings are. I think you can still move your character underneath those drawings. I can't pick you up and move you.
That went gloriously poorly and then gloriously well.
That
That was all extremes. We went from lowest possible numbers to highest possible numbers, and no one there's the in between, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't see the mouse hole.
Ooh, boy.
So
Okay, yeah, you exit the priest's chambers, library, office, everything. Close the doors behind you, and
Well,
the
are there
screaming
any books
slowly
that stand out
fades.
to me?
Not with that investigation check.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Oh my god.
D&D. Is combat over, or?
As far as you're concerned, yes.
So what did I find in the desk?
That was
guys
the
just-
most ridiculous set of rolls we could have ever hoped for.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
And no one
Tangle
took
spell helped
damage.
a lot too. Yeah, no, that was perfectly bloodless combat, and you now have locked a man losing his mind in a very small 15 by 15 foot room for the rest of his conceivable life. Okay, so
You'll
what was
eventually
in
get
the
it open.
desk?
It's just a desk.
True.
And the entanglement only lasts a minute. So we should leave.
Okay, so you guys have your keys. Shell has a bag full of goodies that we can go over later. None of them seem immediately applicable.
I have keys. We should leave. That only lasts a little while.
Oh.
Alright,
okay.
you don't need to tell me twice.
What was he?
Brum, brum, brum.
He is
Never
not
mind.
going to tell us. He also goes the wrong way up spiral stairs.
He put the shadow on the left. That's how stairs work. Is that makes that the stairs?
I will. I was trying to show
He was
that
trying
that
to
was
denote
like
that there's actually a shadow.
Oh man, I'm
cast
going
on
up
it
so
from
many
the bottom.
I'm going up so many floors.
Okay, so you guys make it upstairs. Technically, you do have to go around like three
Yeah.
times.
Wait,
is a
but this
pretty
one
tall
looks
hill.
like that this is a lower one. Going up to the high one.
Yeah, I forgot to flip it around.
I think I'm just right.
The opposite way, though.
Okay.
This is a really wibbly wobbly part where it just weaves onto itself and changes direction. Oh man, that'd be hard to figure out how to draw. Anyway, key and hole. Let's see if this works.
It works perfectly. You guys have
Presto!
grabbed the,
Let's never speak of this again.
You guys have grabbed the guard commander's keys. You enter into a room that is.
You sound really far away.
Sorry, I moved my mic away so I could write some notes, because otherwise I was gonna biff it with the pen. I've got it. I'm in the right spot now, sort of. Okay, there we go. So you guys kind of enter out into this. Oh, you guys, can you see it, or is the line of sight screwing with it? No, you can see it.
We can
okay.
see it.
We can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
So you guys enter out into a room that looks like it has sustained pretty heavy damage. It might have once been like not a meeting room, but kind of like an entry hall for a bunch of different locations.
A foyer.
Yeah,
A
yeah, sort of.
foyer.
Oh, we're still down there, by the
Why?
way. Our other copy of our characters is still
Oh.
down there.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
You have
What?
a short
Oh.
disorienting moment
I
of realizing that you are
In two
not-
places at once.
yeah, you are not in the right location, and it confuses.
Oh no, it is like the Soma.
yeah. You
What
you,
is Soma?
you get somaed up for like 2 bits, and then you desoma, and then you're
Oh, it's like songs by your Streaks band from the 2000s. Oh, I mean the Strokes. Sorry.
I was wearing a stroke shirt yesterday.
Cute. Alright.
Street sharks. Whoa, they're just fight.
What?
They
What?
fight.
No, I don't
Street
think they did the Street Sharks
fight.
theme.
It would
the
have a
Street
lot
Sharks
more
theme.
guitar and a lot more
You-
like,
Oh,
hey,
she has no-
Street Sharks,
hasn't-
gotta be the Street Sharks.
You're
It's
talking
just-
about the band The Strokes.
Yeah, but then you were talking about streaks, and I was thinking of Streaks, the street shark.
Yo, so we have door.
6 degrees of Michelle.
I inspect the. Oh, hell no.
okay.
Oh,
And the red borders return.
So Dimitri, you
What?
climb over into this pile of debris and slowly kind of like pile it on top of yourself, and by the end of it, you're just a cute little Warforged head sticking out of a comfortable pile of ceiling detritus.
It looks
Oh,
like detritus.
hello! I have made the fortress. Come join.
It's the Fortress of Safety-tude.
Oh, so where's Skitter?
It's the
Skitter?
fortress of safety too.
Sorry, I'm busy writing notes on a notebook, so I know what's in your loot bag.
Wait, in my loot bag?
I can't control Skitter while I'm writing down what's supposed to be in that bag because I have a
You are
Google
peeking,
Doc.
are you, Skitter?
I have a Google Doc to my right, and it is in bold priest's desk blank, followed by a sub meter secret compartment blank, followed by second secret compartment blank.
All the compartments.
Wow.
Whoopsie
Yeah.
doodles.
Yeah, I
Way to go,
I apparently
Lauren.
missed that.
You broke
I-
God.
Whoopsie.
I I was moving the loot around to account for everything because I designed this whole area before you guys died
You found a 404 in
and then
reality.
came back. And so I moved some of the gear around to account for you guys being higher level and needing different things or already having different stuff because I repurposed some things. And I forgot to fill in the blanks. So I don't actually know what's in there.
Okay.
I'm
well,
working on it.
I'll try the door.
You
Are
like
they
to, you like
locked?
to use that one word, so I gotta tell you, it's detritus.
I definitely think it's detritus.
It is very much detritus.
I looked it up to be sure.
I'm going to look it up too.
The problem is if something ends with an itis, it just
Wait,
sounds like
what the
a
hell?
disease.
Did you think it was detritus too?
I
Yeah,
see
I
two
always grown up hearing it
pronunciations,
that way.
detritus and detritus. One
Oh.
is Latinate and one is right.
It is detritus. What the fuck?
No,
know
no,
it from
no.
audi-
There's
I know it
two
from audiobooks.
pronunciations. There's two pronunciations. Wait, no, there's just one. What? What?
Yeah,
Lady
it's like
Bird.
GIF.
How do you pronounce the?
I've never
This
heard.
word.
I've never heard detritus until this
What?
campaign.
How does everyone know the pronunciation but me?
Yay,
Wait,
Lady
but
Bird's
she could be
right.
listening to us.
What?
I don't know.
Ah.
Huh. Anywho,
I'm glad I could ruin everybody with the Mandela effect.
Tres, I'm in detritus.
Well, it's like
Well,
how we were all arguing about
I
Aegis versus Aegis versus.
next we discover it's
Big.
not Dimitri, it's Dimitri.
Dimitri?
Dimitri.
Well,
Dimitri
You-
is how I-
Dimitri.
Dimitri.
well,
Dimitri
you guys
cocktail.
always call Alarin Alarin, and I think
I
that's
pronounced
weird.
it Lauren.
Well, that's also a made-up name.
Or
so we had to
Eleven.
guess it first until we heard it a bunch.
Yes.
Alarin. Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
normal because it's not a real word, I
Anyway.
think.
Anyway.
No, it isn't.
I climb out
anyway.
of detritus.
No, you
Um,
are in there until
oh.
somebody does something. You are comfortable. Like that box. You found your new box. You like
Oh my god.
you like the warm claustrophobia of
No,
junk.
did he actually try the door?
No.
No,
It's
he
come
got very
close to door.
distracted by. He got very distracted by making a rubble angel.
Let's
But
approach
Greg
the
is.
door.
It turns out Dimitri was Angel all along.
Let's approach the door, but before I open it, we'll try investigation, just in case
Okay.
it's like a death
It's
trap
a door.
Okay. Let's open the door.
Okay.
Okay, so you
Pride's
open the
death
door
trap.
without knocking.
Yeah,
and
specifically.
uno segundo por favor.
Very specifically
must-
without knocking ever. For Greg
that-
is dead. Long dead.
Yeah, I mean Greg is dead. That whole thing is dropped off.
It's
Though
literally the
Dimitri
character
was
trait
the
of a
one-
dead man.
No, Dimitri was the one that knocked.
No,
Greg
it-
was the one
Can,
that.
can anyone
that
really know
didn't.
for sure?
Yeah.
The problem is,
I
they both
kind
did
of took
things
all
in
the
their different
personnel.
voices.
I kind of took the personality traits of the two of them and shuffled them in an RNG.
Did you know when the campaign started that it was going to be a split personality man?
No. Okay.
Sorta.
Out of character. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you don't mind, like, derailing the campaign, I can explain it to you if we can wait until in between. What do you know?
We
I was
have
just briefly
approximately 30 seconds because you walk into a combat situation.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's.
I was just curious because, like, at one point it suddenly became clear that you were two people. I'm like, I have no idea when this started.
It was kind of clear from the start, but I mean, I could. I
Okay.
don't know. Probably 3, 2, 1 it, and I'll explain.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, stop.
Okay, so the way it broke down was Wander and I kind of collaborated on this. Oh, sorry. Wander and I kind of collaborated on this a little bit, but I didn't have any idea how to impart character onto a character I'd never seen or heard of before. So my instinct was literally like, I'm going to give him a funny accent and we'll backfill the details later. So when you have a bugbear with a Russian accent, that kind of doesn't make any sense. And so Wander and I basically came up with the idea of him being possessed, because that also tied in the Oath of Vengeance pretty well.
Yep.
And it all kind of... Dimitri / Greg is a character that is developed and fleshed out entirely through spur of the moment improvisations that I then stick with and try to make work. And boy, did that not... That was really hard to work with for a long time, but it kind of is okay now.
I had the idea of a bugbear paladin originally,
Yes.
and I'm like, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because, like,
Well, the reason why we had chosen Paladin was because Bird had
Yeah,
actually
so
created
Bird-
a Paladin character
so
for our,
almost a year ago we were going to do a D&D campaign, but it failed because I got sick and I think Bird was busy or on like not feeling it or whatever, and it fell through. But all I knew was Bird's character was going to be a paladin, and so I figured I was just going to carry that over
Oh
because
my God,
I didn't want to
remember
make
what you're
it.
talking about.
Yeah. And I was like, well, he was going to play a paladin. I'm just gonna let him continue that paladin thing, but I'm gonna shoehorn him in a little bit with some extra flair so he doesn't end up as the ultra generic paladin. And so the easy answer was he's a bugbear. But why bugbear paladin? The answer is split personality, where it's a ghost haunting the shit out of him. That's the actual paladin, and the real bugbear is something completely different.
Yep.
I had the same idea with Drez being a dragon, like, well before the campaign started. I was like,
Yeah.
at some point I'm just going to reveal that Drez is a dragon, and everybody's going to be surprised.
So Wander kind of told me that he wanted to pursue a split personality angle, and this was like after like session 1 or 2, where I was like, I don't have a clue how to make a character out of a bugbear that speaks Russian. And then the other thing, the knocking on the doors thing, was literally just because I was like, this is an opportunity to give my character, like, a thing. So I will make them have that thing and make it make sense later. And then I realized it didn't really ever have to make sense. So I just kind of chalked it up to, like, a Greg neuroticism thing.
It would just
And,
go in the flaw section of the character sheet.
I figured it was just like a Greg neuroticism thing, and kind of just, like, let it work itself out, which it mostly did. And
Have you
then...
seen how character creation works, like through the player's handbook?
I don't know, man. I didn't.
Like,
I looked at it
to make
briefly.
Like, I just got to make a character recently for 5e with actual books and everything, and it's like, you pick a background if you want to, from, like, a
Yep.
list, and, like,
Yep.
from there, there's, like, they have, like, a prepared list of potential things for,
Yeah.
like, character traits and creeds and flaws. Like, there's
Yep.
several categories that
And if
each
you
of
really want
themselves
to, you
have,
can-
like, 8 listed things that you could try if you wanted.
Yep.
Yeah, and
And then,
sometimes you can
yeah.
roll for it so that it's
Yeah.
completely random.
It helps you come up with a lot of stuff.
Yep.
'Cause
And
it
then
was a
the
surprise.
other, I guess, interesting thing to share is I remember what campaign Wander is talking about. Specifically, I talked about this with Purple Phantom. We were going to do a haunted house thing. And so I chose a paladin specifically because I was going to roleplay as Fred from Scooby-Doo. And I wasn't going to tell anybody else in the entire campaign. So what I was going to do is I was going to play as a paladin who was obsessed with splitting up the party at all times and making like groups of 2 or 3 go down like separate hallways.
Wow, DMs love that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I told Purple
Split
in
up, gang.
No, I told Purple in advance that he could plan around it because I thought it'd be really, really funny. So he was aware that we were going to do it that way. And I guess that's how. I guess Purple probably shared that I was going to be playing a paladin. but he did his due diligence and made sure not to share the fact that it was going to be Fred from Scooby-Doo. Because a lot of my experiences that I find the most fun of times I've played D&D or like Neverwinter Nights and stuff like that was when we would roleplay characters from pop culture. Like one of my favorite was when I had to roleplay as Shrek, and they actually imported in like a Shrek model. Except it broke after session 3, so he turned into like the regular game's base ogre model, and so from that point forward he became Shrock, and we made him like a demented, horrifying version of Shrek that like just instead of saying like "get out of my swamp," he was like "get out of me swamp," and like kept like throwing onions at people. I miss Shrock. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Yeah,
there you go.
Real quick.
I was originally gonna be a tiefling, but then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make a triton instead. But I was always gonna be a bard for this one. I wanted to sing.
I remember for that campaign, I was going to be the party wizard. Got drunk off of it. He would drink everything. Never actually panned out.
No.
But I was gonna make it that he was inaccurate with all of his spells because he was so drunk. So that I was so that whenever I like cast a spell, I'd have to roll like a die 9 to figure out if I landed it in the right spot or not. That was magic. Never used it though. Let's see.
Is everyone just having their bathroom
they
break
both
snack?
went. They both went to the bathroom.
Okay, well, tell me when they come back.
Thus leaving me to entertain. Hello, chat. I am your friendly neighborhood DM, and I have no motivation to do anything today. Hooray! How are you? I can't even read chat. I should probably fix that. Okay, there we go. Now I can see chat. I'm like doing the lazy lean. I need to get one of those like chairs that can actually lean back or something like that. That would be fantastic. Let's see. Throw Shrek at them. No. There's no way I could roleplay that. I don't even remember shit from Shrek. I'm more likely to roleplay Farquaad than I am to do Shrek. Honestly, because I found Farquaad to be a much more interesting character than Shrek. Because the Ogre with the Heart of Gold thing kind of lost its luster within a couple of seconds when... Not seconds, but it lost its luster fairly fast when you realize, yeah, okay, Shrek's not a bad guy, but he also doesn't give a shit about the plot of anything else. Whereas, like, Farquaad was just weird. I think it's because Farquaad fit the universe and Shrek was... Well, no, also fit the universe, but... I don't know. Is this an Eberron game? Not really. So Eberron is my favorite D&D campaign setting.
Eberron has Warforged.
Yeah, it has Warforged. It's got some cool shit. I'd love to do, like, a legit Eberron campaign at some point. But I left my Eberron manual back in Massachusetts, so I don't really remember that much about it. But I will use Eberron stuff whenever I can. I mean, we've already kind of... They almost saw a skyship. There were trains, some other stuff, because I remember they had some pretty cool Eberron vehicles. And then obviously we also have a Warforged.
Well, hello, I have returned.
So he has... Oh, actually, you entertain for a second. I gotta turn on the AC.
Me entertain for a second? Oh no. Alright. So the other day, I was at the office, and like I was just thinking to myself, like, man, I could really go for some coffee right now. So I went over to the kitchen to pour myself a cup of coffee, and wouldn't you know it, for the first time ever, for the first time I'd ever seen this the entire year, the only coffee they had available was decaf.
Hey, I'm back.
And I was
I'm
just
back.
like...
There was a line.
Okay, welcome back. I was just like, you know, what's the point of coffee if it doesn't have any caffeine in it? But then I...
Suffering?
Huh?
Suffering?
Yeah, I guess so. So anyway, I at this point I was like, do I even bother like making decaf coffee, or do I go to another floor? So I decided like I'm just gonna go to another floor. So I went up to the 18th floor to see what was going on there. And when I went up to their kitchen, you know what they had in their kitchen? You just take a guess. Just OMG, just take a guess what they had in their kitchen. They had
Pumpkin
K-cups.
chai.
They had pumpkin chai. Yes, they had a Keurig machine with K-cups in it. And I was like, "What?" They on the 18th floor, for whatever reason, they get spoiled with this stuff. I don't know. So I decided to like have myself
I literally just walked back from my Keurig.
yeah, so I decided to just like put in some coffee in the K-cup, and I just went in and I just poured myself out a cup of coffee, and then, oh, this is so embarrassing. Somebody came by and they were like, "Are you using the Keurig machine?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then they were like, "Oh, dude, that's not for like general use. Like, that is because when the senior vice president comes to visit a floor for an extended period of time, he likes to have a Keurig K-cup machine set up." And I was like, "Uh-oh. Why didn't anybody leave like a post-it note or anything like that saying it was going to be okay?" And they were just like, "I don't know. Just like, I guess it's never come up before." And so I was put in a really awkward spot. And, I just figured, like, what's the worst that can happen? I'm just gonna
Secret is to
leave.
run.
So I went back to my desk, and I was just sitting there having my coffee. And then one of my coworkers came up to me to ask me about like our new product launch, and they were like, "Oh, dude, you got coffee? I thought that we were out of coffee." And I was like, I got this from
Bluff check.
like, yeah, exactly. I was like, I got this from the 10th floor, and they were like, "They don't have coffee on the 10th floor," and I was like, "They don't? That's really weird. I didn't know that." And then they were like, "No, man, why are you holding out on the good stuff?" And so then I told him, and he was like, "Oh," and then he walked away. Is Wander back yet?
Yes, I am back.
Oh, okay, thank God.
You literally just had to come up with literally any other explanation that didn't incriminate you, and you didn't.
Well, what are you guys talking about?
Wander asked me to entertain.
Were you just not listening to the whole conversation?
I went to the bathroom.
Oh.
I was the only person on who was like here,
Back.
Keith. So whenever
Oh, you were alone?
whenever
I
whenever
assumed you
Wander
were talking
asks,
to
yeah, whenever
Shell.
whenever Wander asks me to like like whenever I'm put into a situation where I have to entertain Wander's chat, I improvise really, really banal and long-winded stories about work that don't actually happen.
Oh.
Oh, is
So-
that completely made up?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, it's
entirely
completely
made up.
made up.
So I'll just see how long I can go making up like really stupid stories about me like fetching coffee or like the printer running out of ink, and see how far I can take it.
I usually just say something really dumb along the lines of like, "You're all at my mercy now," and then I actually just disable my microphone and do something else.
Can I get a link to the character backstory flaw thing? Drez is out of context player, aka Sebastian SB talked about. That's in the 5th edition rulebook. They have a pretty extensive section on character creation alone. It's like 100 pages.
It's in the very real books that cost money because
Yep.
they're the basis of the industry that is the company that gets the name and everything.
Word. They're really realistic. Oh, thank you.
Otherwise,
I,
you have to really awkwardly like wiki
Yeah,
cobble your characters together.
they're gross. Okay, are we ready to 3, 2, 1 it?
Almost.
Okay. Yeah, people apparently admire my ability to spin random tales of office shenanigans. Not
I really
realizing that
believed
at this
that
point,
you were a princess.
not realizing at
Yeah.
this point
Clearly,
I've
you should
spent
play a
like
roguish character in the future.
I'm really good at doing those too, but I realized I was so good people actually believed some of them, and I was like, I should stop.
I am
well,
incapable of telling lies.
the thing is I've lived like 200 days of my life so far in an office job. I have a lot of experience to draw from at this point.
I mean,
I-
to this day, I just actually think you're a fairy princess.
Yep. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Start. Drez, you want to tell us about your short stint as somebody's princess?
The last time on Dungeons and Dragons Grave of Man, Dimitri went to a kitchen to try and
Wait.
find coffee, but it turns out
But-
there was only
Wait.
decaf waiting. Never mind. Let's
You
go.
can't make prolonged references to like the in-between episodes.
I can make references to the parts that weren't recorded. Screw you.
Once upon a time, I sat with Wanda. We played Dragon's Crown all week.
We were playing Scrapped Mechanic, and
He wanted to
Alright.
show us magic crafting game, but then game crashed, so video lost.
oh,
But Andrew upload anyway.
all right. Anywho, give
Really
us a
memorable week.
recap, Dresman.
I dodged a lot of rat droppings, probably going through mouse holes to get past somewhat barricaded doors that someone manically barricaded. And after lots of that, I eventually found the barricader. And I came in to the room, essentially making myself the barricadee. But I felt bad for him in that he, seemed insane. And I just wanted the keys, which he had, which was a shot in the dark. So I tied him up in his bedroom and stole his keys. Don't read into it. And Alarin was strip searching a desk for some reason. And
They
then we
had
went
secret
upstairs.
compartments.
And now we're opening this door. Right now. I don't know why I'm
Right.
narrating during the door opening process. That's weird.
So, you creak open the door, and the
Whoa.
group of homunculi that have been hiding in there, for some reason, all kind of sit up in bed and look at you. They looked
Wiki,
like they had
wiki.
been. They looked like they had been lying there, stock still, almost inactive. But the trigger of you opening that door was whatever was required to get them moving again.
I closed the door.
Okay.
Let's go the other way.
Why? What'd you find there?
My
There's-
nightmare.
A room full of those knights, but as far as I recall, when the captain had taken me into this building, his two compatriots that he had with him, they didn't speak a word at all. And didn't someone tell us, or was it the priest or someone else, I forget, saying that they weren't real people?
I opened door to confirm.
Okay.
So
They're
much for
closer
that.
now. Kind
I
of a
closed
Weeping
door.
Angels thing. Okay.
Oh god. That's really
Um,
creepy. The Weeping Angels.
Yeah, they're there. You weren't kidding. I'm going to give you all blessing of Sanct Dimitri's Berg. Are you ready? Okay.
All right.
Oh, blessed Dimitri, hater of Gorlars, lover of things that aren't Gorlar, like chicken pot pie, and also, roaring fireplaces with chestnuts upon them. May we all fight these things so as to become stronger, so that we might fight Gorlar all the more better. Amen.
Amen. You know,
What?
once I made the terrible mistake of singing Jack Frost roasting on an open fire.
Oh,
and
no.
Chestnuts nipping at your nose.
Oh no!
And my friends cracked up at the lunch table, being like, "What?"
Although
image
it's
of
been
chestnuts.
said many times, many ways, Merry Dimitri Mass to all.
Roll for initiative.
God bless us, everyone.
Oh, hell no.
Wow.
Dimitri reburies himself in the rubble.
Ah.
So, because of the initiative rolls,
With speed and efficiency, rarely seen, Dimitri
Yeah, I'll just roll that.
reburies himself.
That's some
plus
real
3,
bad
that's gonna be
tanking you're
13.
doing.
Oh. There we are. Well, let's get her to. Ew. I forgot the initiative order doesn't actually. Did. Oh, I see. Drez got a 13.
Hey,
Skitter got a 20.
Therese.
Hold
Therese.
on, got a 13.
I thought
Remember
that one.
Shelley-
I thought that part of your personality died.
I rock.
Oh, don't you always now?
Yeah.
What are you made of?
metal and wood, as far as I recall.
Oh, he's flammable.
Oh no.
He
He's
is
made of
actually-
metal that can be
Yeah,
heated.
so.
He's
fair-
50% heatable metal and 50% flammable material.
Yeah, fair reminder, you are actually more flammable. And Vivi had actually said
How
that
can they be more flammable? Organic
So
things
she
are
said-
already hella flammable.
she said
Organic things are usually pretty not flammable.
yeah. Vivi had said that she had run out of metal making
Yes.
you, so she could only do some of the more important parts. So you're actually mostly wood at this point. The face mask is about the only metal thing left on you.
Until we
Oh.
get more metal.
Yeah. So right now you're kind of more Groot-ish than Iron Giant.
Meh.
Okay, so Skitter is gonna. Actually, no, Skitter can count. Skitter's hiding.
And
Oh.
much like Groot, he's the one person in the party who died in the first adventure.
Yep. Okay.
Spoilers.
So, the door. They do not open the door.
That's
Huh.
good. That's for the best.
However, you do hear them pounding at it.
Oh, they're stupid.
Oh. Interesting.
These poor, stupid creatures.
And there were no other exits out of this room? Or was it just, the end of the hall?
Oh, never mind. You see an arm like just go kind of slamming straight through the arm. Not the arm.
the door.
And the other door just kind of thuds.
Oh.
It's kind of a here's Johnny moment, except for instead it's more like.
Alarming.
Alright, so then it's my turn.
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see what I have here. I'm going to cast a fog cloud. And it's going to encompass this square.
Okay, so you're obscuring it. Can you read Fog Cloud's spell description?
Oh, it's a 20-foot radius sphere. It's not a square. So it'd be like this.
Okay. So what's Fog Cloud exactly do?
Okay. So it spreads?
And it's a 20-foot radius?
Yeah.
Then it's 4 times that size, shell.
Ah, but then that means the whole room is filled with fog.
Yeah, so you guys are now, you are all, yeah, so starting here probably?
And moderate winds can disperse it.
Okay, so 20 feet is, here, I'm just gonna draw a
Just
square,
double
'cause
checked
ev-
and tangled to make sure it wasn't supposed to fill the entire neighborhood, but no, it's just 20-foot square.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That would have been a funny mistake.
Would have been a funny mistake. So you guys are all just blinded by soothing foggy vapors.
Soggy, sorry guys. I was about to say soggy guys, but that's because you.
Oh, press Alt while drawing a square. Oh!
What?
Oh, to make a circle.
Yeah!
So,
Thank you, Knock, for that one. Okay, so there you go. That's a little bit more reasonable. You still can't see shit, but now it's circular.
All right, and then I go this way. And I might trip over a rock if I'm not careful about it.
Did you read what the fog does?
It's up to an hour.
But
it's a
no. What's the
concentration
whole
spell.
description of it? Because like,
You create
The
a fog.
sphere spreads around corners and its area is heavily obscured.
okay, so yeah,
You know.
And I need a mild
fog.
wind. It's fog.
okay. So, Drez, you can't see shit, but you have a vague idea of where that door still is because you haven't moved.
Oh, so I didn't have to roll to see if I trip over the
I'm
rock
going to
pile.
continue in the only direction that isn't that way.
Okay, yeah, you're right on the edge, so you
Do-do-do.
kind of know exactly where to go.
That way.
Okay.
We can funnel
So-
them.
Now looking down a hall, but we can't see this hall, by the way.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You do know where this hall leads. It's to the rubble that you were on the other side of earlier.
Hooray, it's a dead end, but it's not fog.
Ah!
So that's nice.
Oh yeah, I probably should have revealed. No.
This fight got awkward very fast.
Sorry, it's all my fault.
Blindness.
Well, I
To
was
what
hoping to
end?
blind them.
Okay, Dimitri, you are comfortable, and also can't see shit. What do you do?
Well, he's at the very edge of it. He's like half in the fog.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's like rocked concert. I guess I'll emerge. I don't know. Do I do a strength check? I don't know.
His
No.
favorite band, detritus.
No, if you're lightly burying yourself, you're not gonna have to lightly unbury yourself.
Alright, I guess I am walk out here and amble. Done.
Okay. Hitter's not gonna do anything. So despite the blindness, you hear the
He's now buried himself in that rubble so much that I think it's diggable at this point.
it is. It is very diggable. It is becoming
Note
soft
for later.
and movable. Okay, so you hear a bunch of banging, clattering, possibly as the blind homunculi all just start jamming in. One roll's a natural 1, so I'm assuming he's getting trampled now. Okay, and I guess really you guys can't see shit. Here, give me a second. I haven't used this, but we are going to do Fog of War, Dynamic Lighting. Dim light reveals, no. Okay, can you guys...
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. I can't see. Damn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make it that you can see 5 feet in front of your face. Can you see now?
Yeah, I can see now. Looks good.
Okay. Make it a bit smaller. Let's do like 3 feet. Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Oh yeah, I definitely can only see Alara in circle.
Okay. Advance. Oh, that's because Shell has the 3 and the... I forgot we still had line of sight rules set up. This is weirdly laggy.
Because you're adding so many effects.
Well. Okay, there you go. So, you guys can see each other. Technically, you can see each other in the hallway. But I'm not entirely sure how I can reveal this whole area for you, apart from giving something a light source. I might be able to give something a light source. Nope, I can't. Whatever. We'll just deal with it. You guys kind of know where the fog wall is. Sorry. I'll help deal with this if it's a problem. Anyway, so you guys can hear the sound of a door getting ripped down slowly. Alarin, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see what I can do. Which
Can I do...
isn't much. Now that I think about it, so many spells have concentration on them, you can't really make that many good combos.
That's just the whole point of concentration mechanic.
Ah. Okay.
You pretty much get one lingering spell and then a bunch of instantaneous like attack spells.
Well, I don't like the fog anyway, so I'm going to
After
use
all
Fairy
that.
Fire. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Can you use Fairy Fire when you don't have targets nearby?
It just says an area within a 20-foot... Oh, no, it's each object within a 20-foot cube in range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. It's actually supposed to reveal invisible things, too.
Okay.
Is Fairy Fire attached to you or a location you choose?
So you're just getting rid of the fog almost immediately.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. I will turn that back off.
It was a mistake. I thought it was just a 20, just a 20-foot cube.
Oh
and
yeah, I
then-
could have just used a token now that I'm thinking about it. Well, too late for too late for that now. Okay. So you do Fairy Fire on nothing?
Well, it's anything caught in this area. I was aiming essentially at where the door was.
Oh,
Gets caught with the fairy fire.
I didn't realize you could cast it there. Okay. So you...
Is this within range?
Yeah.
20-foot cube within range.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so you can see the Fairy Fire is now...
Oh, but
As
if it's
the-
only 20 feet, then it's going to be a little bit smaller than that. It's going to be
Yeah.
less.
You can draw a square, like not drawing it, like literally make a square with draw
Yeah.
shape.
There's a 20-foot
Really?
square. So you're doing a 20-foot square there?
Yeah, pretty much to encompass the door.
Okay. So you get about the guy's arm. The one guy that's put his arm through the door.
Wait, they haven't come through?
Mm-mm.
I heard so much.
It takes a while to get through these doors.
Oh.
These were built to last
What
by...
a waste. I've been wasting spells.
They are...
Yeah, you
they're-
just spent 2 spells back to back.
Yep.
I'm upset.
Okay. So you...
At least the fog's gone.
So you have found, an arm, but your fog goes away. And Drez, it's your turn. You can see shit again.
That was a total flub. I'm so sorry.
It's just gotta be like,
What the hell?
there's just like a shitty little arm sticking out of the wall.
I'm
That's
gonna
all Fairy
get
Fire
ya.
can see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get ya.
It's kind of
I'm gonna get you.
thrashing around and like trying to rip at the door from the outside.
Well, at least that
Awkwardly.
guy will get disadvantage.
Just that guy. Won't they all get disadvantages? They enter Fairy Fire, or how does Fairy Fire work?
I think it's cast on anything in the immediate area at the moment it was cast. I don't.
Yeah.
Each object within a 20-foot cube
Okay.
is outlined.
So, Drez, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's actually unclear about whether or not it's persistent with that
No,
cube, or if it's a one-time
definitely not
cast.
persistent. I can, based off of how I hear the rules being read out.
Womp.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a bad call. I thought they had all piled in, but they hadn't.
Nope. You can tell from the screen.
Everything was foggy before.
Whose fault was that? I am going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And wait.
Okay.
Brace myself? I don't know. The door's
Dimitri.
closed.
You gonna do anything?
I guess I will, I can thwack at the arm? I don't know.
Okay.
I take a
Cut
step,
it off.
and I take a swish.
Oh, you get to the zombie scene where they always cut off the arm that's going through the door when they're trying to close it.
Oh yeah! Except
Okay.
these aren't zombies.
So, you
No.
succeed at cutting off the arm, as it's the only thing that's there. And it falls to the ground, and then continues to wriggle, horrifyingly.
Ah!
And that... Yeah, because Skitter can't do anything. That is pretty much the point where these guys start spilling out.
Blom.
they rolled real bad the first 2 rounds. So they
Did Skitter run
they're
away and hide
immedi-
because there's more of them?
Yeah.
I mean, there's 8.
They're immediately just going to spill out and start surrounding you guys. Skitter can't be seen, so I guess it's really just these, and the rest are kind of out here. Okay, so this is going to take some time. So... 1... Oh, well, okay.
One of those guys should have a single
that's a
arm
nat
and
1.
also have fairy
Yep.
fire on them.
So that's a nat 1. Here, I will mark the unarmed one with a wrench.
Okay.
One of them unarmed themselves?
No, I
Dres-
spliced off the
Dimitri
top.
cut off
Oh,
an
right. Literally unarmed.
Okay. Next one misses. Okay, on to Dimitri. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then the rest can't reach you guys because of their fellows and whatnot. And movement. So they are clubbing at you and miss completely. I don't know what to say. Other than, Lauren, it's your turn.
Minions have bad luck.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to... I don't really know how wise these things are.
When
Actually,
would it find
wait.
out?
Oh yeah,
They're
Dimitri, you do get 2 attacks of opportunity as they move by you.
You're gonna have to ask for life
Oh,
advice.
nice.
I forgot about that. Okay,
reroll
yeah,
one.
you do some.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, that again? Wait. Whoa.
Wow, he rolled. Wow, that's confusing.
Huh?
He got 3 consecutive 18s for damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that
But one
is
of them's
weird.
red, and one's
Yeah.
red, and then one's borderless, and the one's green because
Yeah.
there's
So,
multiple dice
so Bird
involved.
gets to re-roll if he rolled a 1 on one of those rolls, and so he originally rolled an 18 with a 1, 7 and a 1, and then bonuses, and then another 18, which was not with a 1, and then the second time around, it was a 18 with a 2 and a 6.
7 1 6 2 2 6. That was weird.
That 7. Okay. Minus 19. Okay. There we go. So you guys, it's your turn. So yeah, Dimitri, you hit them both as they go by, and they're looking actually surprisingly worse for the wear. So Alarin, it was your turn. What were you doing?
I was going to cast Fear.
Okay.
Is it alright if I step forward one
Sure.
before I do it? Okay, I was going to
You
cast
can always do a
Fear.
move.
And it's going to be a 30-foot cone. Let's see. So if a cone, it means I probably should do, like, the diagonal for it. Is it going to be like
30 foot.
that?
30 foot is everyone.
Oh, okay. It doesn't affect my allies. It affects my enemies, I believe.
Okay.
Each creature in a
This-
30-foot cone. That's
Yeah.
allies.
Really?
Alright.
Then that means Dimitri, too.
Yeah, Dimitri
Uh-oh.
and Skitter.
Well, Skitter's already hiding.
Yeah, you don't know where Skitter is, but you hit Skitter. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
so everybody has to make a will save.
The
It's
character who's
wisdom.
already
Yeah, wisdom
cowardly
save.
hiding away gets double coward mode.
Okay.
I am.
So Dimitri, you are perfectly fine. You
Oh,
hear
no.
Skitter. You hear Skitter shriek, and you see him disappear down the stairs.
Oh. Yeah,
Uh,
essentially, all creatures have to run away until they can't
Yeah.
see me anymore.
They also drop whatever they're holding.
Yeah, you hear a thud as the hammer goes.
Yeah, they drop whatever they're holding and become frightened for the duration.
Which is up to a minute.
Okay. Let me.
And if they're frightened, they have to make a dash action away, which is that's a double movement action.
Give me a second. Just gotta check what's going on here.
If the creature ends its turn in a location out of line of sight, it can then do a Wisdom saving throw to try to break it.
Wow, they really, really fixed immunities for 5th edition.
So Skitter's probably out of sight. He would be able to roll wisdom
Fear
next
is a
turn.
full-on like World of Warcraft AOE fear spell, where the skull goes on your head and you run around the corner.
It really is. Okay, so I have 8 of these. 1,
Gonna be a lot of
2,
dice
3,
rolls.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Whoa!
8. Okay, so from
That person
left to
just
right.
locks eyes with you.
Yeah. So from left to right, this guy panics and runs back in the room.
Another attack
Oh,
of opportunity.
Wait, no, hold on. They don't... Do they move immediately, or do they move on their turn?
While frightened by the spell, the creature must make a dash action and move away.
It's on their
from
turn.
you
It's
by
on
the
their turn,
safest
yeah.
available
Yes.
route.
Yeah, so they actually don't move until after your guys' turns. But there are some reactions, and we'll get to them on their turns, I guess, because they're paralyzed by the fact that this game is turn-based. So, Drez. The two next to you, the lower one is freaking out, and the upper one is not. So here, I'm gonna rotate every. Wait, no, I won't rotate. I'll add status effects to everyone that's been affected. Go with that. What's the DC again, Shell?
For me,
Yeah,
being a bard
yeah,
and everything,
yep.
I believe it was 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
18, 11, 6. 16 is fine. 20 is fine. And there we go. Okay, so those are the ones actually affected there. So Skitter... Yeah, Skitter does not leave yet. Admittedly. Okay. Yeah, where it doesn't have line of sight to you. Not reverse. So even though Skitter is hiding, he's still gonna have to run away. Okay. Well, anyway, it is... Yeah, Drez, it's your turn. What were you doing?
Boy, that massively changes what I was gonna do. My planned action was the exact opposite of enemy mobility, but
Oh, you're going to.
lest I
ensnare
get in the
them.
way of that. Let's
Why?
see.
Were you thinking of entangling them?
I was going to entangle all of them,
I
but
mean-
now they're gonna run away.
Yeah?
Well, wait. What happens if you entangle them and then they flop over trying to run away?
If
so
they're
they can't-
entangled and feared, they're doubly useless. But
So
Does that
they can't
change
make the
much?
saving throw. They can't make the
Unless
saving
they're-
throw to escape it unless they break line of sight.
Right.
So they'd
They'd
they
be
would have
perpetually
disadvantage of like all checks possible basically, and they couldn't willingly move closer to you.
No.
Oh yeah, they have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls as long as you're in line of sight.
oh boy.
On top of the fact that every single one of them affected dropped their weapon already.
Yep.
Well, they don't have weapons. They've been mauling you guys with their fists.
Right. A fascinating scenario. I'm gonna say hello to an old friend of ours. Let's see here. If I can find the damn... Where did I hide it? What tier is the skill? Oh,
So you're
weird.
not using entangle?
I was gonna cast Spike Growth.
Oh.
Don't think I made a macro for it for some reason. Okay. Well, I'm gonna cast a very big spike growth in this area. And make this the most
Okay.
cumbersome possible goddamn fight ever, basically. Let's pick another color for a square. I'm gonna pick the green square for druid colors. 5, 10, 15. Oh, it's radius though, so it has to be 20. So 10, 20,
Uh-oh.
30,
Does that mean we're all gonna get hit for it?
40.
Oh God. I was
So the ground in a
expecting
20-foot
Moonbeam.
radius centered on a point within range twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. The transformation on the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time it is cast must make a Wisdom perception check against your spell save DC in order to recognize it. So everyone can see it, including Dimitri. Everyone knows it's there because nobody's out of line of sight, except maybe no, Skitter didn't leave yet. So everyone
Yes,
can
Skitter
see
hasn't left
it.
yet.
Everyone
But
can see
also-
that it's there, but it's there.
Yeah, but also everyone is...
Feared.
Yeah.
So they
Okay.
have to move.
Sorry, I had to plug in my computer. Yeah, they have to move.
So this'll be fun.
Yeah. You power fuck them. So... Dimitri, it's your turn.
Dimitri, who thankfully passed the check.
Yep, that's good.
Well, I'm surrounded by spikes and scared shitless monsters, which is
Which
kind
are
of
in reach.
intimidating. But luckily they're all next to me, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's go with the person directly next to me. That probably doesn't hit.
Well, remember, they get
Oh,
They
they,
get
do get
disadvantage on
disadvantage.
attacks.
they get
I think.
disadvantage.
But they're not
Well,
gonna roll. This is just a simple
Yeah, but
AC
that doesn't.
check.
Yeah, that doesn't give Bird advantage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they get disadvantage on attack rolls, so when they attack. If I used Entangled, they would have disadvantage on everything.
But you're gonna rely on them running away to damage themselves.
This is
I
fun.
guess so.
Huh. How many opportunity attacks can you make in a turn?
I think you only make one, can't you?
It doesn't say a limit.
I thought you could only take like one, whatever, like bonus action or whatever, or like not bonus action, but like reaction, because like reactions are a thing in 5e.
Okay.
I think you only have
Let me
one
see.
reaction per turn, so like you have to choose wisely which
You
one you're
can
going
make
with.
an opportunity attack. No. Okay. Oh, it's considered a reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. When you take a reaction, you can't make another one. Okay, so Bird only got to hit one of those guys with the attack of opportunity earlier. Well, that's fine. That's understandable.
Oh yeah, yeah. It
'cause-
says when you take a reaction, you can't make another one until the start of your next turn.
Yeah,
So
third
that's
edition was a little bit more explicit, but it was dense.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can't like AOE attack of opportunity all of them.
Well, there is a feat
As
that you can
incredible
get
as
that
that would
allows
be.
you to do one attack of opportunity per dexterity modifier. So if you had a dex of like 7, you could just whomp people. So I would hide in plain sight and then opportunity attack groups that run by me. That was fun. Anyway, you actually miss.
So not
Interesting.
only do they take damage for every 5 feet they move, but also because it's difficult terrain, their dash action is just a normal movement action.
Yep. So here's a question. As in regards to Skitter and Skitter's positioning.
So if he's out of line of sight and everything, then he can
Yeah,
make a
there
wisdom
is a
save.
small pillar that has been behind this entire time, and I don't know if that counts.
If he can,
If he's not looking around the pillar,
Yeah, because if he wanted to, he doesn't have to see Alarin, and Alarin has no idea where he is because he's so well hidden, just baseline.
My assumption is that he would be so desperately scared he would take the like
Stairs.
no, I'm saying he would take the path of least like amount of distance to cover, like the quickest
So
way
he
can
just
get out of
becomes
sight.
the pillar.
Yeah, I would imagine
probably.
so.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, if he can see the area. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he can see the spikes. He knows the spikes are there, but he's desperately afraid of Alarin right now.
But if he
via
breaks line of
magic.
sight, then he can take the save.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually have him make a save first, and then make another save. Well, we'll see what the first one says.
Because it does say that you move away. You move away by the safest route available on each of its turns unless there's nowhere to move.
Yeah.
Which spikes may
So-
qualify as nowhere to move.
E-
It says safest.
I don't know.
Yeah, except for there's places to move. Okay.
But it gets confusing. This gets confusing
Yeah.
in this situation, yeah, because he also, when you're frightened, you can't willingly move towards the person.
Yeah, so all he can do is go through the spike field and down the stairs.
Seems like it.
Yeah, alright,
Turns out Lauren was going to be the death of Skitter.
okay,
Hilarious.
so
Turns out
Skitter-
Skitter might
That's
be getting
gonna
a
be
Skitter might be getting a
25
double
damage,
dose
right?
on why it's a bad idea to hide from his teammates.
Yep. So Skitter, you don't see Skitter, but you hear shrieks of pain, and and little pained feet disappearing down the stairwell.
Oh.
He has 1 hit point left.
Jesus.
Because you only healed him a little bit earlier. He had 15 HP, so he is
Oh, wait,
out
but
of
we
combat.
rested, didn't we?
Nope.
Well, then what was that whole
We've
thing in
never
the glade?
rested, ever.
Oh, you did rest after getting murked. So no, he has actually a lot more HP.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, okay.
We just didn't decide to actually
Because yeah,
physically take ourselves.
that would
so
actually put him up to full health. Because you guys have enough healing spells. Whenever you rest to get everybody up to full ish. So
Turns out
And
you
that-
might not always want to be unannouncedly invisible around your spellcasting teammates.
in that case, he's not as bad off as I thought. But he is very much afraid, and he might not be coming back for a little while.
The only one who he liked in the party is now done horrible things to him.
Okay.
I
So next up,
The final
let's-
thread has snapped.
Hey.
So let's start with the easiest couple of these guys. 1. Oh, well, okay, he's fine. He doesn't move. 2. He doesn't move either.
What are we
He
rolling
just
now?
kind of ducks
Oh,
behind
wait,
the door.
what are you rolling
So
for?
these are will saves to drop the fear, because these are guys that couldn't even see you to begin
Oh,
with.
those two guys.
Yeah, these guys couldn't see
Oh.
to begin with, so they were kind of counted but not counted.
Even that guy that could see me potentially diagonally through the door.
Yeah, so he ducks behind the door and then immediately stops and drops his fear. The next couple are an interesting question. Okay.
I'm surprised it even affects people that aren't in line of sight, but it looks like it does, yeah.
3. Okay, so this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keith, roll 10 die 4.
10 die 4.
Yep. Well, he dies. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So roll another 10 die 4.
Well, they're having happy days.
Okay.
It's a good thing I don't have, like, bracelets of spikes as opposed to fire.
That would be third from the left. Okay. And then roll 1,
This is morbid.
2, 3, 4.
I tried to
5,
just close
6,
the door.
7,
They had to be dicks about it.
7. So 14 die 4.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so he makes it to about this point before he shreds himself.
This is devastating.
Okay. And that's actually it for all of the ones that,
Oh my
that got
God.
feared. Oh, I deleted the Here, I'm gonna
You should
add-
delete all the dead ones unless they have loot on them.
Actually, yeah, so this one's dead as well.
That's one of my most damaging spellcasts
I'll
ever.
delete it. Yeah, that
Since
was
Kill Hall.
that was bad.
But didn't you kill Killhall in a similar way? Like you'd
Moonbeamed
use
the
this.
shit out of him.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
he
I
had
basically beat
first
Kill
used
Hall by
this.
cheating.
kinda, yeah. It
Because we were
worked, though.
misusing concentration.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it is I guess
I don't think
Yeah.
Skitter's complaining, though.
yeah, the remaining turns. Okay.
It's just
So this
satisfying
is-
to have that many dice rolls.
This is Drez's. Okay, so he's dead. Okay, so 1 and 2. So what's your armor class again?
Um,
I gotta get a better
17.
reference point for this. Okay, so he misses you. Dimitri. He misses you. And the rest of them have gotten smarter.
Because they know about the brambles.
Yeah, so
has
they
every
learned
single
after
one of them recovered from the fear now?
Yeah, so Keith, roll 2 die 4. I'll just have it apply to both of these two.
Okay.
Those are
That's-
acceptable
wow.
risks.
As good as that roll could go. Pretty much.
Yep. Okay, so they both move over and they're going to start wailing on Dimitri.
Have fun.
Or trying to. Okay.
I softened them up for you.
Thanks. I give thumbs up.
As you slowly sink into the spikes.
Okay. Alarin, it's your turn.
My turn. All right. I will. The problem is everyone's behind Dimitri. I suppose I'll use Dissonant Whispers on the guy immediately in front of Drez.
Are you color coding the remaining health for yourself?
Yeah.
So
And
he
for
has
you
to make
guys.
a Wisdom savings throw.
So which one?
The one in front of Drez. I'm gonna do Dissonant
Okay,
Whispers.
so red.
Red.
The stupid arm is still there.
Well, I mean, it's on the ground, still thrashing around, which I guess at this point it's shredded itself to death. Oh.
And then I will roll 2d6. Wait, what's the 131 for?
He said it was still thrashing on the ground the whole time. and
Oh yeah,
Oh.
no,
so
it's
that-
that arm is
so I
is in
rolled 50
ribbons.
d4.
I rolled a 1, a 6, and a 1.
Yeah, tonight's been a
What?
weird night for rolls.
It's nonstop reds and greens. It's a very festive night.
And did it has to succeed a will save to
It's
cut
because you
that in
sang
half.
Christmas songs. You cursed us for this.
Ah!
Everything's gonna be red and green all night.
Christmas curses, oh no.
Okay,
Even
so
even our spell radiuses are colored in red and green.
Hey, one's purple.
So you're doing Dissonant Whispers. It has to make a will save, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it does not succeed. So it gets disadvantage on its next turn.
Well,
Was
so it gets the full 8 damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then it also has to move as far away as speed allows away from me.
Good God, woman. You were
Wow.
just destroying these things. Okay. Well, anyway.
The creature doesn't move onto obviously dangerous ground, such
Oh.
as fire or pit.
Well,
no.
it would be aware then.
So that means it would probably
It's
step
gonna go
out.
get behind the pillar where Skitter was.
Oh.
Yeah. So Drez, it's your turn.
It's not even gonna take even 4 damage for like going diagonally.
It
over the
can't move
edge.
yet. It's not its turn.
Oh.
Yeah,
I see.
I'm trying to keep to that because you guys are layering environmental effects now, and
Gotta only hurt them during their actual turns.
yeah,
He is, we have turned Dungeons and Dragons into a Divinity Original Sin.
I'm okay with it though. That is my favorite part of Divinity, and it's my favorite potential part of D&D if people actually do it.
You wanna hear more fun ideas for environmental attacks?
Sure.
I have a fun idea. You know that blue
Okay.
guy?
Yeah.
Thorn Whip.
Oh, you're gonna drag him over the
Okay.
spikes?
Well, you miss.
No! I was gonna get to roll 4d4. So I was gonna move 10 feet closer.
Dimitri, it's your turn.
Well, I guess I'll attempt to attack again.
Yeah,
Lord
you
knows
can't
y'all don't
move.
need anything. Alright. See you
You
guys in 5
also
minutes
missed.
for my next turn.
Oh,
All right.
Okay, I have my Santique, whatever.
Or Dimitri attack chances.
Skitter's turn. Hey! Skitter regains his bravery with extreme gusto, rolls up the stairs, and
Enemy.
probably stops before
Wait, did that
the
guy
spikes.
survive?
Yeah, he survived. He
Wait,
only
that
took
one guy
25
survived?
damage. Yeah. That said, yeah, there we go. He did not survive Skitter. So Skitter more or less just you see this, you effectively see this guy come sailing out the door and just not exist anymore on the spikes. Okay. It is their turn. Okay, so this guy's gonna take can you roll 2 die 4? Dress? Okay, so he takes 4 damage running away. Leaving the spikes or whatever. And then the other ones are all going to start just pummeling.
Oh, right, because of the secondary fear type move.
Yep. You notice, by the way, as time passes, they seem to be freaking out more.
More?
Okay, there's one.
Because they can't get away from her.
They're getting more like erratic with their motions and actions, and they seem to be kind of like.
What are all those rolls? Is
They're
that
like-
damage?
They're
No.
like those hollows
goodness.
from like Demon Souls that just give up on articulating and just start flailing with their elbows.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like the white blind knight guys from Dark Souls 2. Because don't they fight you kind of seriously, and then as like you hurt them, they go into like blitz mode, or do I forget?
I think
Whatever.
I'm misremembering, but that's okay.
Yeah, I probably am. It's been a while. Anyway, Dimitri, you take 7 damage as one of them finally manages to land a blow.
Oh, wow. I'm
Yeah.
so scared. Oh no, wow.
I'm kind of surprised. All of their rolls have been largely lower than 10.
Average.
Anyway. Let's see. It is Alarin's turn.
Okay. Well, because it's an instantaneous spell and it's only a level 1 enchantment, I will peg the orange one with Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
And hope that it has to maybe run around. Or actually, do I want to do the orange one? Maybe the green one. That way he'll have to run farther to get out of the prickly zone.
Well, you said it won't make them move into painful terrain, right?
But they still have to run away. If they fail. He can't
Okay.
just stand in place.
He might
No,
have to.
it literally says the creature does not move into obviously dangerous ground.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it
It
will,
has to...
Not
Oh,
if it can't.
if
it must-
available
If
to move.
immediately... Yeah, if available to move as far as speed allows away.
Yeah, they all know the spikes are there.
Yep. If you kept the fog, you would have actually been able to really get him with this,
But I
because they
can't-
wouldn't have known.
But she
But
can't.
No one would be able to see.
Which would be hilarious. It would just be darkness and screaming.
Well,
just no idea what the fight was. It'd be
They can
like
still
it'd be
take
like early
damage.
seasons Game of Thrones fight scenes, which is that they didn't have the budget for wars, so they just would have them happen off camera. That'd be this whole episode.
Okay. So what are you doing? You're still going for it? Okay.
I suppose I thought I couldn't rescind it, so...
I mean, you can if you want.
I mean, otherwise, I probably would have done heat metal on one of them.
Okay. Well, if you want to do heat metal, you can.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do heat metal on the orange one.
Okay. Roll damage. There's no way he can escape it.
Yeah. That'd be... 88. It's also 10.
Okay. Dress.
I'm going to
And they're
take a
still
step
wearing their
back
armor, right?
away from the edge of the spikes, and then I am going to Thorn Whip Blue.
All right. You miss.
Ow.
Also, do they have armor like fused with their bodies, or is this guy
you
gonna
can't
try
tell,
to turn it off?
but they are well armored.
Okay, but he's not gonna be able to take off the armor. that I heat metaled.
It's a very time-consuming process to take armor off, generally.
Yeah.
Considering turns are like 6 seconds or something.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, there's no
Like,
way you can take off a full suit of armor that fast.
Yeah.
Because I
the
could
whole
imagine
the whole
someone
saving
taking off a
throw and
helmet.
like the saving
Like-
throw isn't really for avoiding damage in heat metal. It's that if you're holding an object that's heated, then you automatically drop it unless you specifically use a saving throw to hold onto it in defiance of the damage that you will then continue to take while holding the burning thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which you still take the burning at first anyway because you were holding it. But yeah, it's for most stuff, for a lot of the stuff, heat metal doesn't even apply. The saving throw doesn't even apply. You're just gonna take the damage. Heat metal's mean.
Yeah, it is. It's awful to anybody wearing armor. Dimitri, or it's your turn?
Oh, what? Let me just click the button. Hey!
Yeah.
Okay, which one?
The one red Joe.
He's across the room. Try again.
Orange Joe.
Okay. You take a big ol' slice out of him. Alright.
Alright.
Peter gets as far as the thorns and then gives up. Let's see. Well, the red one, seeing as he ran away, but is free now, he is gonna come after Drez. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, you take 8 damage as he slugs you solidly.
That's not very nice.
Yep. And then Alarin, it's your. Oh wait, no, not Alarin. It's your turn. It's let's see how many times Dimitri gets hit. The answer so far is, Dimitri, what's your armor class?
Let me look. Sorry. 17.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was higher than that.
All right, let's make my
Nope.
Constitution saving throw.
I have
you-
splint
Oh,
mail.
I'm fine.
Oh, it was
Okay.
blessed. No, I've never blessed it because I've been waiting for better armor this whole game.
So I completely aced the saving throw of not losing spikes.
Oh, you had the 19 armor class when I made your character for you because you had the shield.
Yes.
Okay, so you take 15 damage from two hefty blows.
Oh no. Oh, 15 damage. Oh, whatever will I do? Oh no, that's so bad.
Okay. And Alarin, now it's your turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to use my one action for the heat metal on the orange guy.
I mean, in most contexts, I feel like losing a quarter of your health in one blow is kind of significant.
Oh, well, when Drez can be Dr. Drez, then maybe I'll talk to him about his opinion on things.
Dr. Dre's dead.
Oh. R.I.P.
Is he?
What? Huh.
Did he die milking cow?
No, he's not.
It's an Eminem lyric.
Oh. Okay.
And I also suppose because... yeah, I'll help fight this guy. I'm going to stab him. My rapier.
Okay. So that's the red one. Don't forget to roll heat metal damage.
I did. The 9.
Oh, that's the 9. Okay, so orange sizzles to a crisp and disappears. Drez, your turn.
Well, this guy's up in my shit. Not fond of that. And I have a surprisingly limited number of things I can cast without breaking concentration. But you know what one of them is? You know what a really fun one of them is? Let me find this goddamn button. Fuck that guy.
Call lightning? Oh no, but what about us? We're not gonna be electrocuted by that.
call
are we?
lightning.
It says,
line
it says
attack.
concentration right underneath
Does
it.
that work when you're in a building?
Wait, let me double check. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Sorry.
Oh.
I didn't mean call lightning. I meant lightning bolt.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Call
lightning
lightning
is
is the concentration spell.
Yeah, call lightning is Pikachu.
Lightning bolt, it comes out of your hand in a line. Whoops.
Okay, so
I have a confusing series of spells that are very similar sometimes.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so this is
Why is the
red.
DC different? Whatever, it's 15.
Okay.
I'm gonna do.
Is going
I have to
make-
change it to custom apparently, because the calculated one's wrong.
Oops. Wrong. Well, you sizzle him to several crisps.
That's what he gets for trying to interrupt my spike spell,
Bird, I need your
which
sound
I
effects, by the way.
destroyed.
Oh!
Yeah.
I was more kind of hoping for a...
Oh,
That doesn't
No,
have to do
that's-
with pooping.
that's like if you're
mean-
in 1930s and you,
Drez,
never mind.
Drez just vaporized him. I figured.
Yeah, I
figured,
think that's what happened to his remains afterwards.
Yeah, there's. I mean, he is. He looks like a. What happens after you hit somebody with a laser in Fallout?
Dude,
Anyway,
there were some
With
absolutely amazing
laser.
scenes recently in Game of Thrones where somebody gets completely burned to like a solid statue of ash and then disintegrates in the wind, like anime type death. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
That
a
is
little
goofy.
anime.
Okay. Speaking of a little anime, Dimitri.
For maintenance, when I did take the hit, I did do the con check, but I got double what I needed to not
I
lose
produce
spikes.
X from Hammer Space and give it the mighty Kya!
All right. Who are you hitting now?
Oh, I guess that's important. I'm hitting Blue Joe in front of me.
Okay. These guys are hardy, mainly just because they only took a little bit of damage. You also have purple. Like, you can see the last one just patiently waiting there, unwilling to do shit because he can't get to you without taking extreme amounts of damage. Okay. It's Skitter's turn.
He's just standing there in the spikes,
He can't
disappointed.
do shit. He line of sight is ruining him, and he doesn't have the ability to climb like a spider yet. But he can't. He's just patiently waiting there as nothing works. Let's see. I guess it's their turn. One, two, three, four. Okay. Dimitri, you take another 6 damage as they get through your guard. And Alarm, it's your turn.
No attacks of opportunity? Oh, get through guard. I
They're
see.
not moving. Yeah, they're getting through your guard. They're not getting past you. Nobody's moving. These guys are smart enough to generally not move past spike growth unless you cast fear on them.
Okay. They're quite far away, and I probably can't reach them.
Not with a
So-
rapier, but with most things you can.
Yeah. I should probably use another spell. I will use Vicious Mockery on the blue guy. And I'll say, hey, you coward. Can't deal with a couple weeds?
Oh, that is mean.
I'm terrible at making insults.
too-
I mean,
okay?
there's spikes, so that's a little bit
They're
different.
spiky
It's
weeds.
too bad. It's too bad you can't use Mage Hand to just like shove someone.
You could.
It's
No,
only
you
has
can't-
a 10-pound
you can't hit
shove,
people
though.
with it.
Yeah, it would be. It probably wouldn't work.
It would work on Skitter.
Okay, it has to make a wisdom
Yeah.
savings throw.
It would work on somebody that's unbalanced.
Oh, actually, the spell's damage increases based on my level. 5th level, it's 2d4. 11th level, it's 3d4. Okay, that's a little bit better. So it grows as time goes on.
Does it say based on your level, or does it say, wait? Is it a cantrip?
Well, you can't have 11th or 17th level spells, and it's a cantrip. So
Okay,
I think
no,
it's
I was
based
making
off
sure
of
it was
my
I was checking if
personal
it was a
level.
cantrip, because if it's not a cantrip, then it's asking you to cast it as that level spell. But if it's a cantrip, it's based on your level.
Yeah. So it's based on my level. So here we go. Boop. Ah, that's terrible.
Are you going for blue?
Yeah.
Maybe it still killed him.
Blue. No. Though he does actually look pretty bad. He is reeling. Okay. Let's see. Oh, orange died. I forgot about that.
Oh, it also has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Oh, good to know. Let's see. Drez, your turn.
It's so wasteful but I can't resist this amazing urge to destroy
Oh, lightning bolt.
Oh,
in a straight
God.
line
You hit
through
them,
all of
though.
them.
Wow.
One.
Oh, I should not be
two,
using my spells
three.
like this, but it's just they're in a line. Like
Okay.
they're in a
so
line.
does blue get disadvantage on everything or just his next attack shell?
Just attack roll.
Okay, well it doesn't matter, he dies anyway.
Good.
Mostly for clarification. Next up is green, who gets hit by the full brunt and takes a ton of damage, and the last one's purple, who takes the lightning bolt and continues to stand there.
Wow, he's like Zach
Incapable of
Galifianakis from The Hangover.
He is got a these guys are learning, and they're learning. Don't move if if the ground is spiky.
Is Green still alive?
Green is still alive. He is shaky.
Wow.
I
Hanging in there, huh?
He had not gotten hit up until this point, except for by the one spike growth movement. So he had some going on.
But then he
Anyway,
took the
Dimitri,
full hit.
your turn.
That was a good roll too.
Was a good roll.
Oh, sorry. Alrighty. Green, more like dead. That's on the border. Let's roll 1d4 because I'm blessed.
Well, he is
The
very much
one-liners
dead.
are only getting better somehow.
Yeah, you crush him. By the way, Bird, I'm gonna make a ruling. If you're gonna be drawing during D&D, you gotta share the drawing at the end.
These aren't funny drawings, sorry.
That's okay. I want to see him.
What? No, hell no.
So yeah, you killed him. Skitter's useless. Purple is... You know what? No, Purple's gonna risk it. You're the only one left. Or he's the only one left, and there's actually a clear range of movement to get at you. He is gonna come in for a slam and jam miss both times combo.
And he moved 2 squares?
Yeah. So he takes 4 die 4.
Whom. God, my... If this game had DPS meters...
Yeah.
Jesus.
Think on average Skitter might still win, but only barely. Let's see. Alarin, it's your turn.
I'll use Dissonant Whispers on him. Okay. And he has to make the wisdom save.
Okay.
333.
The wisdom save is... Yep, alright. He does not succeed on that one. Okay. So... Drez, it's your turn.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go back to the more vanilla approach of just trying to drag them through the thorns. Damn it!
Dimitri, it's your
roll.
turn.
I can't get this roll.
Let me show you how to do a Thorn Whip, but replace Thorn Whip with Axe.
I have amazingly bad thorn whip rolls for someone who has a +4.
Alright, yep, and you do manage to finish him off. Here's the last one, and... Wow. Waiting there was not a wise plan, but it was also the only plan. Because would have died otherwise.
And the
Okay.
spikes fade away.
And the spikes fade away, the whatever that box is fades away.
Because the whole previous thing of like, let's wait for them to go away. Well, finally, last time around doesn't make sense because now I understand what concentration is. So I can just stop doing it.
I'm gonna crush a couple mana crystals.
Okay.
So that I can get some spell slots back.
By the way, so Shell,
Yeah.
in the priest's desk, you had found a sheaf of paper.
Okay.
That you don't know what it is, but it looked special because it had like sigils on it, and it was like in a nice like holder. Scroll tube, I guess. There's 10 pieces of paper. There were 5 medium healing potions, 10 spell crystals, and in the super secret drawer, there was this wicked looking horror dagger.
I thought you were gonna
horror
say it's like a
dagger.
secret Bible with like 12
No.
extra books.
No, it's a wicked looking horror dagger, and when you opened the drawer, it it almost was as if it was like a vacuum sealed or something, and it had been in there for a while. So you smelled air that was like nearly a millennia old.
Oh, gross.
man.
Yeah, it did not smell good.
Well,
That
the
is the
takeaway for-
stalest of air.
So the takeaway from this encounter is that we learned one hell of a crowd control method.
I'm surprised none of you used Gust of Wind.
I wanted to
That
use
would have
Gust of
destroyed
Wind.
them.
Wait, it would have thrown them through it?
Yeah,
Gust of Wind is a concentration
Oh.
spell, so I couldn't.
but
But it's a
Shell could have.
I could have used
You two
it.
have
Yeah.
combos that you need to coordinate.
well, we
with.
just opened that fucking Pandora's box this episode
Yeah, you did.
of the Druid Bard synergy attacks.
Okay, so then there's that. So scrolls, Weepy Dagger.
Like we basically just made that trap from Saw that was just a room full of barbed wire.
Oh, I've never seen Saw. Huh.
Neither have I. Not really interested.
Sorry about that.
There's a challenge where this guy he's going to be locked in this room forever, and he has 60 seconds to cross the room to get to unlock it, so that he'd be able to ever leave. Otherwise, the door seals forever, and the entire
Oh.
room's full of barbed wire and razor wire. He doesn't make
That's
Hey,
it. Most
we
people
did
don't
it.
make it in Saw.
I helped, kind of.
Skitter, I'm sorry about using
It's
fear on the
okay.
area.
it's okay. You
Well-
didn't see me. You didn't know.
Well, so what did
He
you
says
see?
shaking.
Because fear is supposed to reveal your greatest fear.
I mean, it's pretty easy. It's just like 5 Gorlars.
5
Well, that-
Gorlars playing different instruments on a stage,
Two-
like
two was
animatronics.
2 was enough, but then 3 more showed up, and I mean,
Gorlar.
It's sort of
so
like
you're
if you were
afraid
to
of him?
fight 3 red
how could you
dragons,
not be?
but instead it's 3 red Gorlars.
All I can think of is Gorlar, but Chuck E. Cheese's.
Well,
Gross. Animatronic Gorlars.
ew.
Well, I guess
Those were the
time to go.
homunculi.
Rub-a-dub-dub, dig through the...
Really?
the-
You're revolted by animatronics?
Shut up.
I like animatronics if they're in Star Wars films.
Rub-a-dub-dub,
How do you feel about
dig,
animatronics that are in our party?
dig through the rubble.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm curious
why
about
don't
the
they
rubble at this point because you keep swimming in it. So I literally
It's
just
very
wrote
good
note for
rubble.
later
Wait,
on
that
it.
was definitely the wrong check.
You try to persuade.
What? Persuade the rocks to your side?
So, Drez, after a short but intense fight of watching guys die in front of you as usual, you walk over to find Dimitri sweet talking some crushed stone and fallen masonry.
Hey,
It doesn't look like it's going well.
You want to hop
his chances
into...
of
You want to hop into my bag with infinite rocks? It's like your cousins here, except that they're not made out of dust.
Did you break another body already?
The hell are you talking about?
Okay.
Insight as to whether or not his body broke. Oh, wow.
Oh god. Every
Okay.
time it doesn't matter.
How? How is it another
Um,
nat 20?
Uh,
God, I get a big bonus to insight.
you learn a thing, and I'll send it to you later.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Remind me to send it to you later.
You officially probably will end up knowing more about Dimitri than Dimitri will.
Yep.
This is
Okay.
fascinating.
So, there is something horribly, terribly, magnificently wrong with Dimitri that cannot be spoken right now.
Oh no.
For now, let's make something horribly wrong with this rubble.
Yes.
Yeah, did I find anything?
Okay. So, so Dimitri, you notice that the rubble is of various shapes and sorts, and it looks. I mean, it looks a little odd. Most of it's from the ceiling up above, but a little bit's from the wall. You do notice that you notice that How would I even
You noticed
say
something
this?
important that I'll tell you later.
No, this is a little bit more immediate. Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. I realized something. So you actually realized that there was a doorway here. One of those stone doors that you've been seeing this entire time.
Okay.
But the face of it has crumbled away by the rune that's kind of affected the second floor of this building. But you can see like the outline of where the door is, because there is still a door there. It's just like half of it's gone. It's like if somebody shaved off a couple layers of your bedroom door, and then painted it the same color as the wall.
Alright. I guess we'll have to... I relay that information to Drez, and say, like, we'll have to deal with this later. I guess for now, we need to reap the spoils of war.
I blanked for just
Okay.
a second. Why do we have to deal with it later?
Oh, I found the outline of a collapsed door, basically.
But why do we have to deal with it later?
Because
Just
I
'cause
didn't
it's
want to deal with
hassle?
it now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought I missed a reason.
Oh, no, I just
Is
felt like
there-
pursuing the easier stuff before going for that high-hanging fruit.
I'm not investigating well.
Everybody investigate.
I was just wanting to look for any kind of records or... Actually, what did those scrolls say? The ones
Fuck,
that I
They're
received.
completely blank.
They're blank.
We have weird rolls today.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I
you
want
do.
to join.
An
Get an 8, get an 8, get an 8, get an 8. Crazy 8s. Oh,
Eh.
Just kidding.
similarly crap. Oh, it's persuasion.
Yep.
8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
Skinner just wanted to be included.
There's your real roll.
Okay,
8.
so you don't really find anything particularly useful in this room. It looks like the homunculi might have just been stored in here.
Are
I
the
had
mattresses
beds
on
for
the beds
homunculi,
nice?
though.
Yeah.
No, they look like they're kind of more like military cot style
Oh.
than anything actually comfortable.
Oh, so
Whoa.
there were never human
That's weird.
soldiers here? What made these? I thought that... Didn't the druid say that maybe they were infected by the necrotic worm business?
Oh, well,
Did you say there? Did you just say there were never human soldiers?
Yeah, I don't know how you deduce that there were never human soldiers. I think that it
No,
just
no, I'm
means-
thinking that... I was just thinking that there must have been human soldiers at one point, but all the ones we've encountered were probably never human to begin with, question mark? But then what's up with the necrotic stuff? Yeah, but homunculi, they're different than just zombies that have been repurposed. So I don't know. Something else made them. Maybe that Hector guy?
Hmm.
Now is this a door?
Did we search any of the chests? The footlockers, I mean.
No.
We did.
I'm
I,
gonna look.
I
I'm gonna
thought
check
that they were
footlockers.
footlockers, but I didn't
We
know if
perused
they
it
were.
with
I
our
thought they were
bad
part of the bed.
investigations, I assume.
Yeah, so
I also got
you
bad
guys walk in the
investigation.
room and roll investigate. If you had rolled high, your characters would have automatically eluded them. If you had never mentioned the footlockers with those low rolls, you would have never checked the footlockers. So,
I thought they looked like footlockers,
Yeah.
but I
Dress
bad.
goes back for a second pass and realizes, yep, those are footlockers, and he finds about 500 gold and 2 medium healing potions from 4 light ones. And then there's some other stuff, but unless you care about like military uniform or tabards or like, you know, spare weaponry, I'm
Clothes.
just gonna give it a pass. Yeah,
Clothes.
there's underwear in there. You do not understand any of it.
and what's this over here? It looks like there's more rubble.
Did you say
but-
2? How many medium potions?
2 medium potions, 4 small potions. Okay,
Okay.
so getting closer to this section, Shell, you actually find that there is a doorway right there that's been heavily obscured by damage and dust and fallen debris.
Okay, can we scoot some of this stuff out?
It's pretty heavily there, but yeah. It'll
Okay.
just take a while.
If only we had the shovel. Do we have a shovel?
No.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh. Usually when you say something in that way, it turns out somebody has one. Oh. Alright.
I have a mining pick.
You do have a
I don't know.
pickaxe, but that's probably not going to work.
It'll just help crush a lot of the rock.
Yeah.
I have a broken stick.
Okay. I can barely lift it.
Them rocks are heavy. It's
All
gonna
right,
take you a while.
all right.
Well, I was trying
Let
to
me
crush
give
the
it a
rock.
shot.
Okay. He's gonna use the
Okay.
pickaxe.
I rub hands together. I
can't
spit
use
into
your-
them like a cartoon character. I
Do you
will.
generate spit?
Oh, I guess I can't. All right. Therese, can you spit into my hands real quick?
Yeah. She's the one with the water sword. Oh wait, not anymore.
It's not a water sword anymore.
You do not want that touching your hands.
Come on, Therese, I don't
Yeah.
have all day.
She's been swinging it around with reckless abandon, but every time it gets even remotely close to either of you guys, it gives you the super willies.
Rub her hands in a healing potion or something.
Oh yeah, okay. That will also heal me,
What?
considering I'm at 18 health.
Can healing
yeah.
potions heal what you are? I don't know how this works.
Oh, don't you remember I was given special, like, repair, potions of repair?
Oh yeah.
They look like magic oil.
2d4 plus 2 or a 1d4 plus 2? I don't remember.
I think you have 3 of each.
Okay. I'll use a stronger one then.
Okay. So Dimitri greases his palms and then makes a heroic strength check to clear rubble.
20.
Eh?
Oh no,
Okay.
17.
Eh?
I messed up.
17.
Sorry.
So, with that, you can start moving the rubble. It's still going to take a while. There's a lot of it there, and it's really heavy. Like, more ceiling fell here than anywhere else. That's why you couldn't even see the door until Alarin actually looked closely at.
Why
at
are you
that
guys
section.
starting on the harder one?
Yeah, this one's soft over here. But you guys gave up on it for some reason.
Well, I wanted to let other people have a chance to be in charge of their own fates.
What does the debris look like on the right side?
The right side is much more like crumbled masonry dust, smaller bits. And the left side, it's like actually chunks of rock
Ah,
everywhere.
now I get a good
Oh.
roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to be creative. How
I'll
heavy are
already
these
take the door
footlockers?
down.
You're gonna try
How heavy are those
transporting them?
footlockers? I'd say
Yeah.
about 20 pounds apiece.
That's actually kind of heavy. I was gonna see if I could like open them and use them as a shovel, like a scooper.
No, these are like pretty thick, durable things.
That is overkill for a thing that just sits there.
Well, I mean, there's stuff in them, but it's like a big metal box.
I was gonna do the equivalent of like those construction what the bulldoze what are they
Bulldozers.
called? The bulldozer crane things they have at like children's sand parks. Where you
Backhoe?
where you
Backhoe.
do the
Backhoe.
the two handles.
That's a backhoe.
Yeah. So you wanted to backhoe it.
Yeah.
So we're digging this out.
Okay, so
21.
Lauren actually more or less just starts, despite her previous moment of weakness, she manages to kind of zip through most of that.
Oh, I
through
thought
the
she was going
rubble.
to be dig, 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 dig.
Ding, ding.
So
Dig, dig, dig,
she
dig, dig,
she churns through the rubble and clears the way, so you now have access to the partial door,
Yay!
which does not seem to have a handle or immediate hinges. So it probably opens inwards again.
Okay,
That means
we
you just
pushed
kick
against
it.
Alright.
It seems to be locked or stuck or
Well,
something.
where is the lock? Fish-shaped
you
dock.
cannot see a door handle or anything.
We just have like a Beetlejuice style like door shape on the wall.
Yeah, kind of, except for yeah.
Hmm. I'm gonna put the mask on and look around.
Okay. There is there are no ghosts in the immediate area.
How about
Except
in here?
the one.
Nope. Yeah.
There's always one
you
ghost.
see
I always see one ghost.
you see D'Artagnan again in all of his buxom glory.
Her
Okay, I put
her
the mask
bodice
away.
of justice.
Yeah.
Well, I can always. Well, I don't want to blast through because that's no good. It would just bring everything else down on us.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What?
Or sweet, beautiful victory.
Hey, okay, go for it.
Okay,
Oh no.
Wait, are you gonna use a
I-
bomb?
I thought that's what you guys were backing up for.
Clearing line of sight.
Yeah.
Bye.
You
gonna
can't
close the
just
door
joke
behind
about
him.
using a bomb and then not use a bomb. I mean,
Okay, but
I mean, you
I'm
can
going to put
technically.
the squishy inside the slimy so
Ew.
that it will be hopefully less.
Oh right, the bag of goo. So you're gonna sticky
That
bomb
doesn't
it.
sound right.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna use your
No, it
still
did not
living
sound
jar
right.
of slime to hold a sticky grenade out of some kind of sick and twisted murder.
yeah. That sounds pretty
Okay.
gross, man. Why would you do
Okay.
that, Shell?
No, I'm not putting this in the slime. I'm putting it in the goop. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a distinction
yeah.
between the slime
Remember
and
the
the
bag
goop.
of goop that she has?
Yes.
So you goop the sticky grenade to the door frame.
Yes, but I make sure that it is about where the handle should be,
Okay.
and I also make sure I just hope it solidifies enough so it dampens the blow and just blasts it out where we need it. Okay.
Okay. I was afraid you weren't going to move. So after a little bit, there is a concussive bang, thud, whatever, and dust almost immediately goes fuming out from from the doorway.
Okay.
Usually
What do
they
we
have
have here?
engineers to do this. We just wung it.
As the
Don't tell
dust
OSHA.
settles, you see a dust-covered, rubble-strewn office.
Another
Ew.
desk.
What's in the desk?
God
What?
damn it.
There- Yeah.
Good lord.
Jeez. Well,
I like finding things that are informational, hopefully.
okay. So two things happen.
Wow.
So you find inside the desk. There is just a small ledger,
Okay.
and you also notice another doorway in the room. A third doorway in the room.
What does the ledger
Oh.
say?
So the ledger is the guard captain's log. And I don't
Is there a name for the guard captain? Did he write his own name down?
Funny you'd ask. Let us ask the Discord list. Not Discord list, the Reddit list.
The
I don't use it
Reddit
enough.
list always has the weirdest names. You want the card captain
Yeah.
to be named something like Alex Strupelhet?
How about Jiram Ingstrom?
Hiram.
Alright,
Jiram
Hiram
Ingstrom?
Ingstrom.
alright, that's a name.
All right. And was it just this door that I saw? Or was there more
you
doors?
He
noticed
said,
that
he said a
door.
third door.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was a third
you
door.
also noticed that there's something there.
Oh.
What? Do I?
Well,
Well, Drez is
Is
going to
it-
investigate this door that he sees.
Yep. Okay, so Drez,
A
you
normal
open-
door.
You open the door into a small, cramped bedroom.
Smells terrible in here.
Yeah, I bet they haven't
does.
taken out the chamber pot in like 40 years.
Yeah,
Ah.
so you find
Stop reminding
You
me those are in
find-
this universe.
you actually do find something. It doesn't take too long. There's technically an equipment chest
Oh, like
kind
under the
of
bed?
here.
Or oh.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, in plain
no,
sight.
sorry. There's a drawer here, but also the bed lifts up, and there's a thing like underneath it, specifically a set of full plate.
oh.
Goddamn hipster minimalist apartments.
Here I was assuming that that was where the chamber pot was going to be in the room, but
No, the chamber pot's over here.
Is there anything
I
besides full plate?
shoved Rez in the direction of the chamber pot and get the full plate armor.
You didn't even know it was there.
I know many things, chamber pot boy.
You metagaming shit.
I'm just trying to push you into the chamber pot.
No.
Okay. Anyway, I guess I don't do that.
All right, and
Gross.
I'm gonna open this peculiar door. I'll press
You
on it.
Cannot find any means of opening it.
That's never stopped us.
There's no
Open.
door handle. All you see is the faintest of like stonework indentations. Whoever hid this hid it real well, or at least well enough that it required a 24 investigation to find.
Can I? Can I?
Oh
push
my
on
god.
It?
But it was a secret that Greg knew all along, but he didn't know why, and it was ingrained into his very behavioral patterns, and that's why he would always knock first. If that was the solution.
Oh, you don't believe that Wander didn't design some areas to have that as a solution? I know he did.
Well, can I at least like try pushing on it?
Okay, it has no give to it.
It has no.
How did you
give.
recognize it was a door?
Well, if you notice here, this block has just the seam is slightly off against the wall. There's just a slight partition.
Secret buttons?
That's what I was wondering. I was wanting to like look around the desk to see if there was a button or some kind of hidden object here.
Is there anything in the chest besides plate mail?
There are a bunch of different types of weapons, swords, metal boots, a bunch of other things. Nothing that
free boots.
yeah, nothing that interests you because you've got your Air Jordans. The metal
just gonna
boots
leave
actually
the
do look
room.
pretty nice, but they are not something that you have any interest in.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the room and tell Dimitri there's another exoskeleton in there.
Ooh. Ka-ching!
So, I'm going to find like the slime.
Okay, you're
What?
living slime.
Ugh.
Well, is it really alive? Like it's an
I mean,
actual...
if you open it up, put it on the floor, it's probably going to attack you and try and dissolve you. You haven't exactly curried favor with slime kind, so...
You could
I
ask
just
your
want
useful
it to
thing for
dissolve
advice.
the door. I mean, it's stupid. It probably doesn't have enough wisdom for me to make a suggestion on it, right? Because I could charm it.
Why don't you ask your useless friend for advice?
Oh, you mean Damien?
He hasn't shown up for like 20 episodes.
Damien?
Yes.
So, if you had a hidden door in, say, your office, how would you open it?
This door doesn't look like it's been opened by whoever was in this office.
Say it's before? It's from before?
Yes.
Ah. Looking at the structure and everything, is this door similar at all to the secret compartments of the other desk and the evil knife?
You don't know. You're not well versed in dwarven architecture.
Get her!
Yeah?
Get her! Can you please impart with us your newfound dwarven knowledge?
Okay, Skitter is now going to roll to dwarf. You laugh, but his dwarvish, his innate knowledge of all things dwarvish is actually really stupidly high. Let me figure out.
You
so
know
before,
what you
when I was
are.
downstairs, I found this evil dagger in a desk. I show him the evil dagger. Can you tell me what the evil dagger is?
Okay, so he actually does not recognize the architecture of this place particularly well, apart from the fact that it matches the hammer, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it is definitely dwarven.
Yeah. Anyway, you do realize, like, well, no, actually, Identified does not take nearly as long as it used to. This is gonna take a little bit, but I'll try. So he's gonna start looking at the dagger.
Okay, thanks. Also, you dropped your hammer, didn't you? Did you pick it up?
Oh no, it comes back to me.
Oh, could, I suppose you're already inspecting the dagger, but could you just tap it against the wall over here?
Okay. He gives it a tap, and nothing happens.
Aw.
Some, like, dust falls from the ceiling.
Uh-oh, that's not good. I want to find a way into this door, but how? If it's dwarven... Do you remember the dwarven word for open?
He says a word in Dwarvish.
Gesundheit.
Thanks. No, I don't think that's it.
Oh, I don't get
How did
stone shape
how did
until
the puzzle
next
work
spell level.
downstairs?
How did the what?
How did the puzzles in the desk work downstairs?
Whatever the puzzle was, it was non-functional at that point.
Oh.
It was more secret than keeping you out. Like,
Alright.
maybe the mechanism was broken or any number of other things.
I press hands against door and just shove weight into it. Oh, well, okay.
Is it?
That,
I guess that did work
um,
earlier, but like your Kool-Aid Man cred has been
You want to try pickaxe?
It might break on this, but
Okay.
okay.
could it be magic?
I can use detect magic. Yeah, I'll use detect magic.
Okay. It is very magic.
Oh.
Ooh.
Therese, the secret might be in the chamber pot. Go look.
There is some
No.
there is some serious enchanting going on on
you
that door. The entire wall, really.
The entire wall is enchanted. Can I
Are you gonna tell
what
us that it's
kind of
magic?
enchanted? Yeah, let me see. Where's my Arcana check? Bing!
Oh.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, so that's some serious magic. This is a secret door to a vault.
A secret door to a
You
vault.
recognize the enchantment from a time that you visited Dwarflantis as a kid.
I visited Dwarflantis,
Apparently so.
Oh my god.
but then I
I mean,
then
it's
I
in the
should have had a
elemental
lot of...
plane of water.
Wait, but Dwarflantis was Earth,
Nope,
right?
it's on the edge between earth and water.
Ew, that'd be the land of mud, though.
Ew.
Yeah, it was pretty muddy.
That's
It
why
was-
dwarves love it.
Decidedly murkier than you're used to.
Well, there may be one solution. I can try to
what-
break it.
You know what's weird? When I Google Dwarflantis, I get Let's Play Stonehearth by Wanderbots.
Ah. Well, it is a word probably from his brain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
it is. I was playing the game and I realized there's no drowning mechanics, so I made an entire town in lake bed. And I was
No.
making jokes about
Ah.
Dwarflantis.
You-
And then I decided to bring it in here because it was funny.
Well, so I'd asked like what kind of magic it was when I had.
Abjuration? Effectively, heavy protections and warding and whatnot. This is not a door that's meant to be breached easily.
Challenge accepted.
Therese, remember what happened last time you tried to, like, blow through a challenge that was clearly not meant for you to blow through?
I'm going to try it anyway.
Oh,
Clear the way.
Christ.
Okay. You hear Skitter run outside, close the door to the stairwell.
If anyone has
Hey!
special, helpful things they can cast, now's the time.
Helpful things. What do you mean by
I
that?
poke head through door and go, bless this Dres, for he is crazy motherfucker.
This is time for group effort, if possible.
You're not quite unlocking the door, but
I'll stay
Ah.
here to catch you in order. Oh,
No, I'm trying
God.
to. I'm gonna try to out magic the door.
out
Oh,
magic
never
the
mind.
door.
You don't get my order.
Okay.
And there are.
Dispel the wards on that door.
And I leave.
Fuck.
That's my bardic inspiration right there. That's a
Okay.
one.
Let's see if
There.
this works.
Yay!
Dispel magic.
It does not.
I gave him
Oh.
a +7.
It like maybe just the barest minimum of magics go away, but very much like everything important is still very much there.
Wait, what
Did
did
it
11?
work?
Hang on a second.
Tres.
I don't know what the 11 roll was.
That's to
Really?
hit. It's like you shoot a beam at them, and if you hit with it, it dispels magic. But since it's an inanimate object, it doesn't matter.
Tres. Did it work?
So if it's a high level spell, I'm supposed to make a wisdom check.
Oh. Oh yeah, whiz check versus spell DC for dispelling high level spells.
Fuck.
Well, yeah, no.
Do I get? Does any?
Well,
did-
you do
Did I
get,
get the +7?
you do get a Lauren's magic bonus.
And he also gets a 1d4, I guess. Oh no, that would be for attack.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think bless applies to savings throws. Let's see.
Doesn't work for a whiz check though.
Yeah, I
Let-
guess so.
Bless, I don't. Does bless apply
It's
to
attack
skill
or
checks?
saving throw. I
Yeah.
just saw the word saving throw. I don't. I guess it's just a
Okay,
check, not a
so
savings throw.
A
though. You're
Lauren.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get an extra 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do actually manage to get through something. It's still doesn't move though.
Maybe he
kick
just
it.
broke the door and he didn't actually. Like now it just is permanently
kick it out of anger.
unopenable.
Okay, it has no give.
Nah. I slumped backwards on the desk.
What if you broke the door? What if now we can't open it because you dispelled all the magic?
Then we blow it up.
Because I had gotten that amazing Arcana roll for the magic and stuff. Can I still see if anything's changed? What changed about it?
Detect magic lasts 10 minutes.
Okay, so the warding is still there. That is too much. However, there was another enchantment of specifically transmutation that is gone.
Huh.
Transmutation.
That was a trap.
Does the
Well,
door look different?
Nope,
Yeah.
looks the same.
Yep, probably a trap.
Yep.
No.
It wasn't
no.
transmuting the door.
I feel all over the door. Maybe there's something hidden here.
I'm just picturing a lot in just grossly rubbing all over the door.
Okay, so on second search, you're having small amounts of doubts that this is actually a door here, but you're pretty sure it is.
Even though we already,
you don't
even though we already
notice
sensed
anything
magic
new.
on it.
What about that key? The wasn't it the dwarven key, or is it something else?
Is there any
That was a
visible?
Cthulhu key.
Is there any
Yeah, there's the
visible
Cthulhu
indent
key.
anywhere?
There are no visible indents.
Well, can we leave this as mystery for another night? Because we've been going for a long time here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it!
It's.
I felt so smart, and then it fucking exploded in my face.
All right. 3, 2, 1, stop.
Done.
Yeah. Okay, that was
Okay.
good. And
Are you gonna
I
keep
actually
streaming water, or
didn't-
do you feel gross?
I don't feel